Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. We are back yet again after a day off yesterday to commentate Game 2 of Round 3 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. Good to see you all here in the commentary. How we doing? I see Todd's here. Cadence is already mad at me about me putting her in the promotion graphic. What's up, Bon? What's up, Samir? How we doing? Good to see all of you guys in the chat. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal day here so far. We are getting ready to commentate Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals here tonight. So how did we get here? First of all, sorry for no live stream yesterday. I had prom. Was unable to stream the game, obviously. I would have did it from prom if I could have. But obviously I wasn't able to. But yeah, so apologies for no stream yesterday. I'll talk a little bit about the conference finals and all that later on in the commentary. But first off, let's go back to Wednesday for Game 1 between these two teams. It was a scoreless first period. It was relatively even hockey. And then Vegas would open up the scoring in period number 2. Dylan Coghlan, an unlikely hero there. Pavel Dorofeyev would score not much longer on the power play. At the beginning of the third period, Vegas made it 3-0 from Brett Howden. And that was the game-winning goal by the end of it. And you do go, and obviously the Avalanche do sort of make a comeback. You had Gabe Landeskog get on the board. You had Valeri Nichushkin get on the board. And then towards the end, Nick Dowd with a hell of an effort gets that empty net goal. And the Golden Knights upset the Avalanche at home and win upset the Avalanche in Colorado and win 4-2. And this is a really crucial Game 2 for the Avalanche, I would argue. You need to win this one. You need to have a tied series heading back to Vegas. Otherwise, I'm a little bit scared. I'm not going to lie to you about Colorado's odds. I know it is the Avalanche, but being down 2-0 to a Vegas team that's playing the way they are, I don't like those odds. I'll be completely honest with you guys. What's up, Forston Caldwell? How we doing? Who do I got, Avs or Knights? I think the Avs are going to win Game 2. I think the Avs got it tonight. What's up, typical number one Ducks fan? Good to see you guys. Drop your predictions in the comment section down below. Who is going to win Game 2? Is it going to be the Avalanche? Is it going to be the Golden Knights? Drop your pick in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. For some reason, I cannot see how many likes we have. I don't know what the... Oh, never mind. I can. It's in a different spot. Why is it in a different spot? That's so stupid. Anyway, drop your prediction. Who you think is going to win? We got 81 people here in the commentary. Where's the best cheesesteak? Not a cheesesteak guy. I get that question a lot, but I'm not a big cheesesteak guy. And if you're new here... hit that subscribe button. Hoping to get to 7,000 today. We're 26 subscribers away. Maybe we'll get to it tonight if we're lucky. If not, maybe we'll get to it tomorrow. But regardless of that, trying to hit that sub goal here today. We are 27 away from that goal. Got about 6.5 minutes here till puck drop. Starting goaltender tonight, it's the same two goalies that started on... Wednesday. It is Carter Hart versus Scott Wedgwood, of course. Didn't think either of them were at fault for really much of the goals in Game 1. Carter Hart played phenomenal. Scott Wedgwood, although he allowed 3 goals, he was still decent. Really want the Avs to win because I hate Vegas, but the Avs don't have McCarr today, so I think Vegas takes it. I think the Avs are going to tie the series tonight. Or at least that's what I want. What's up, Jane? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. I have a feeling whoever wins tonight will win the series. Could be right. You could be right. And yeah, typical number one Duck fan. I will back you up on that. There are, obviously, again, we talked about it last game. Nothing has changed. Cale Makar and Mark Stone are still not in the lineup. Whatever they're dealing with is too much for them to play. Again, they're kind of game time decisions for the most part. So we'll see what happens there with that. But they could be available for Game 3. We'll see what happens there with that. But we're still a ways away from Game 3, of course. What's up, Slick Nick? How we doing? Better not be Vegas. Yeah, I want to see Colorado tie the series. I just want, again, I speak for it a lot, but I just want a close series. I want a series that goes 7 games, preferably. I say that all the time. I want every series to go 7. Yeah, McCarr's out again. So no Cale McCarr tonight, no Mark Stone. Definitely big losses there for both of the respective teams. So last night's Habs game was great. Go Habs. Yeah, Montreal. How about that? 4 goals in the first period. I mean, again, what's crazy is like Carolina allowed 10 goals in the first 2 rounds. All together, which is nuts. They allowed 5 goals in each series, which is like literally insane when you think about it. Like, how is that even possible? And they allow 6, over half of the goals they allowed throughout the previous 2 rounds in one game. It's absolutely insane. And I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize Freddie was that solid. I didn't think, watching the highlights, I didn't think the goals were his fault, but, you know. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, it was a good night. I mean, again, like, I think I've said it before, like, those kind of things aren't really my thing. But obviously, again, you know, it's part of high school. It's part of growing up. It's part of, you know, being in the high school experience or whatever. We stayed for pretty much the whole time. We left like an hour early, but it was like a 5-hour thing. So it was a good time. I had fun. I mean, again, like, you know, sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do. And I didn't really, like, that's just not my thing. But I'll do it for her because she's awesome. So hit that like button down below. We're at 18 likes. Again, drop your predictions on who you think is going to win tonight. Sucked ass through a straw. Huh. All right, still got a couple minutes here till puck drop. We're going to be live tomorrow. There was some question of whether or not I might be live tomorrow. We are going to be live tomorrow for Game 2. I was hoping I'd be live for at least one of the 2 opening games. Because it would have sucked if I missed, what's it called? If I would have missed both the games in the Eastern Finals. I am not in high school. I am in college. I just got done my first year of college. My girlfriend, though, she's graduating high school this year. She graduates next Friday. So no stream next Friday, just so you know. But, yeah, she's just now graduating high school. She's a year ahead of me. We were born in the same year. We're just, she's like at the cutoff to where she's in the next grade. So there's no super senior thing going on there. She's 18. Relax before you lose your minds. Because I know there's some of you are thinking it. I just know you are. All right, national anthem going on right now. Yeah, thank you, #1 Ducks fan. I'll be sure to do that. I think she's watching right now. Underdog Vegas for the overtime win. Okay. Hoping for the Avs to tie the series. That's what I want to see. But I hope it's a good game. I hope we get overtime. I hope it's a close, like, 3-2 hockey game. Both the goalies have good save percentages. I'll take that. All right, national anthem going on right now. Got 120 people in here before we even start. It was good. It was good, Palm Beach. It was good. Do we think Hart can steal another game? Definitely. Carter Hart's been awesome. Like, he's really been a story. Forgot to refresh my YouTube feed. Hit the subscribe button down below if you're new. We are 26 subs away from 7,000. Hoping to hit that here tonight. Can anyone loan me a time machine so you can go back and not bet the Canes in the under? Yeah, that was rough. That was rough, huh? I mean, like, again, you look at the games they've played, they've been pretty low scoring. Like, that's the most goals I think that Carolina's had in a single game all playoff long. Or, like, most goals that's been in a game involving Carolina all year long. Yup, Taco. It's probably a record. All right, the national anthem has concluded here in Colorado, and we are ready to get started here with Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Vegas took Game 1 4-2, and they're looking to do the same here in Take 2 in Denver. Starting goalies coming up here. Carter Hart, 9-4 in the postseason, .920 save percentage. He has allowed 2 goals or fewer in 7 of his last 8 starts. He is hot. and so are the Golden Knights. On the other side is Scott Wedgwood, who is 7-2 in the postseason, a .911 save percentage. He has allowed 3 goals or fewer in 7 of his 8 starts. It is game number 2 here of the Western Conference Finals. The Golden Knights are looking to take a 2-0 series lead back to Vegas. Game 3 will be on Sunday, while the Colorado Avalanche are looking to say no to that and head back to Denver with a tied series. No significant changes here to the lineup on either side. And the 2 teams will take the ice here for the face-off. Eichel versus McKinnon, Game 2 of the West Finals. And we are underway. Face-off is won back by the Avalanche, who will bank it back into the Vegas end. Gabe Landeskog gets it down low in the Vegas zone, trying to clear that one around the boards. Anderson will dump it off then, battling for it down low in the corner. Behind the net then, Marty Necas. Around Carter Hart. Back over to Gabe Landeskog, trying to throw it up top. Here's Taves, firing it down low behind the net then to McKinnon. Necas up top. Malinsky fires it, and that one is blocked through all the traffic in front. And Barbashev will take it through center. Ivan Barbashev will shoot that one in on Wedgwood. It'll bounce into him weirdly, so he can't play the puck. And he'll just cover up. Coaching matchups here, Jared Bednar on one side for the Avalanche. John Tortorella on the other side for the Vegas Golden Knights. No problem, Todd. Thank you. Really pulling for a Canes-Avs final. I am too, but like Montreal will be fun to watch. They're a fun team. Here's Theodore up top. I know you're a Canes fan, Slick Nick. I will preface that, obviously. Here's William Karlsson, right side in the Avalanche zone. Shoots one on. It's blocked by Nelson. It's stolen back then by Howden, who fires it on as well. That one's blocked by Burns. It'll slide down low to the corner. Taken back then by Arturi Lehkonen, who will dump it down low into the Vegas end. McNabb gets there first. He'll battle for it, though, with Drury, who's right on his tail. And Vegas trying to clear. It's kept in, though, by Burns. Golden Knights trying to clear. They will get it out to center. Back into the Avalanche end. It's Brett Kulak behind the Colorado net. Thank you, #1 Ducks fan. I don't want to get banned again. Here's Kulak in the Avalanche end. Back to Burns. We'll triple it to center. Golden Knights will steal it back. They'll play it through center. Tomas Hertl into the zone. Oh, you're just a Canes hater? Okay. Or whatever. Or a Habs hater. Sorry, that's right. Good point. Here's Brandon Saad on the right side. Sorry, so many of you guys in here, sometimes I forget. Coughlin's shot goes up in the air and out of play. What's up, Skivies? How we doing? Only one shot here, I believe, and it is on the Golden Knights. Dylan Coughlin out there on the ice, who opened up the scoring again. The big highlight of game 1 was that Dylan Coughlin scored the opening goal. He hasn't scored a goal regular season or playoffs in nearly 5 years. Thurston McCarr is not playing tonight. He is out. What's up, Brian? Here's Blackenberg. Chipped into the zone, battling for it then with Korzak. Golden Knights will try and clear. Coughlin off the boards to center. Avalanche tried to keep it in the zone. Vegas forces it away. Here's Nick Dowd. Into the zone. Will chip it down low in the corner. Battling for it on the right side. Then stolen back by Parker Kelly. Kelly in the Avalanche end. Back over then for Nick Blackenberg. Blackenberg will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Colorado trying to play this one. It's Drury on the right side fighting alongside Smith. Kelly in the corner. Drew O'Connor is there battling for it as well. Necas trying to play it up to center. Broken up then by Vegas. Noah Hannafin will get it, and he will move to center. Rasmus Anderson will gain the line. He will dump it down low into the Avalanche end. Drury through his legs. Backhand pass over then for Devon Taves. Taves into the zone. Given back then for Necas. Cross-ice pass to McKinnon. McKinnon being tied up there by Barbashev. Good defensive play there. McKinnon recovers, though. It's for Landeskog! And that one trickles wide. I don't think it got on. Pass from down low is tipped and back to center. Devon Taves will get it back and regroup. Here's Taves. Off the boards, McKinnon will chip it down low into the Vegas end. Back on the right side, McNabb. Back to center, whistle blown dead as I believe the puck was played by a high stick at 16:55. Got 160 people in here. That's a pretty good start, hey. Commentaries are growing. We keep on grinding. You know what I was watching today? I was kind of bored. Well, I was on my walk today, walk/run on my treadmill, and I actually watched the Olympic gold medal game commentary. Puck is dumped down low into the Vegas end. Brandon McNabb trying to play this one off the boards. Howden ahead then for William. Karlsson will chip it to center. Brett Kulak gets it back then for the Avalanche. He'll dump it down low. Theodore, cross-ice pass. Broken up then by Brock Nelson, who will gain the zone. He'll backhand it down low into the Vegas end. Theodore on the right side. Karlsson trying to play this one to center. Up top, Burns a shot. Saved there by Carter Hart. Cleared around then. Nelson trying to get a shot on. And it's poke checked away by the Vegas defense. Good defensive play there by Vegas. Through the zone, Marner drops it back to Theodore. Marner all alone. Comes in. Denied by Wedgwood. He tried to go backhand, forehand. But Wedgwood gave him the pad. Nick Waugh will dump it down low then into the Vegas zone. Shea Theodore in the Golden Knights end. Theodore to McNabb. Broken up then Kadri. Try to throw it into the zone. Colorado will come back and regroup. Devon Tays in the Avalanche end. Pass over then is broken up by Tomas Hertl, who keeps it in the zone. Hertl trying to move in there on the top circle. Backhanding it up top. Coughlin a shot. Save there. Rebound in front for Hertl, who nearly got a wraparound, but it was broken up. I don't think Wedgwood knew where the puck was. Golden Knights keep it in the Avalanche zone. About 4.5 minutes gone. Shots are 3-1. Jabbing at that puck in front of Wedgwood. It's in the crease. And they blow the play dead. It did not cross the goal line. Big chance there for Vegas. Broken up by Wedgwood. I was talking about something. I already forget. What a chance there for Mitch Marner, who tried to go on the backhand forehand. And then Hertl had a good chance there in front. The Hertl, Saad, and Sissons line has been very active here tonight. Got 180 people in here. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We're 26 subs away. 24 subs away from 7,000. Here's Landeskog. Slap shot there is gloved up by Carter Hart. Well, if you can hear it, as long as it's like faint, you can faintly hear it, and you can't hear it while I'm talking, then that's fine. I don't think I'm gonna get banned or anything for that, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. Number one Ducks fan, it's all good. Hit that like button down below. We're at 19 likes here on the commentary. Got 170 people in here. Pretty good crowd to start this one off. Shots are 4-2 here in favor of the Golden Knights. Face-off in the Vegas end is cleared back to center. Avalanche regroup with it. Brett Kulak will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Here's Brandon McNabb. Chipped off the boards, trying to get it to center. Theodore, right side. Cross-ice pass then to Marner. Into the zone. Smith shoots it. That one goes up in the air and wide. Theodore down low in front. Big chance there for Nick Dowd is broken up. Do you have headphones on? That's probably why you hear it. If you have headphones in, then you probably hear it a lot better than other people would. Here's McKinnon. Battling forward in the corner then with Dowd. Parker Kelly's there as well. McKinnon. Pass is broken up then by Smith, who will backhand this one into the Avalanche end. Shots are 7-2 in favor of Vegas. Here's Tays to Brent Burns. Puck is cleared back into the Golden Knights zone. Rasmus Anderson gets it back then for Vegas. Eichel to center. Barbashev will flip it down low into the Avalanche, and that's probably why then. If you're wearing headphones, then you can probably hear it a lot better. I'm not surprised by that. Kulak throws it to center. Hanifin gets it back then for Vegas. 6 minutes gone in the opening period. Anderson shoots one. It goes up in the air and out of play. And with that, we will step aside. The Golden Knights are getting a lot of opportunities here to open up this hockey game, but Scott Wedgwood standing tall. We are scoreless. And our first commercial break there. What's up, Douglas? Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight. Again, like sometimes with the breaks in between games, I think it really does help me. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hey, John with the $5 dono. Thank you, John. Appreciate that, brother. As always, your guys' donations are really appreciated. You guys have been very kind to me these last couple of weeks. Oop, that's not math. So, speaking of money, our next Unbox with Nordic, we have an official timeline. It's going to be next week. It's going to be either Monday or Wednesday. I have not decided yet. We're going to do a hobby box. We're doing a hobby box because you guys were generous enough, Taco, to donate me some money over the last couple of streams. And, you know, the YouTube check was very gracious when it went into my bank account yesterday, actually. I got the YouTube check yesterday. So we're going to do the Unbox with Nordic. It's going to be a Series 2 hobby box either Monday or Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. I'll have more probably next week. I'm not sure which day yet, and that's not because I just don't know yet. I'm thinking either because Monday would be game 3 of the East Finals. Wednesday would be game 4. So either one of those 2 games. Here for the Nordic bobblehead. Eventually, we'll do a Nordic bobblehead. Gotta make sure my jaw's right. All right, back here in Colorado. Scoreless hockey game so far. No, you don't have to, Taco. You don't got to, man. I appreciate it. Face-off in the Avalanche end is won by Colorado. Brett Kulak will take it through center. He'll dump it into the Vegas end. Hart off the boards. Battling for it on the right side. Waugh pass to Nelson. Cross ice to Kulak. Brett Kulak on the right side will dump it down low behind the net then. Arturi Lehkonen fighting with Dylan Coughlin. My parlay hit, yep. Here's Manson a drive. That one goes wide there of Hart. Rebounds there for Nelson, and that one is denied as well. Korzak got the block on that one. Golden Knights will move it ahead now through center. Howden chips it down low into the Avalanche zone. Battling for it on the right side then. Mitch Marner trying to get that puck free. Marner on the right side, battling for it. Kulak is there as well. About 7 minutes gone here in this opening period. We are still scoreless. It's like an 8-man battle for it down low in the corner. They're all jabbing at that puck. Finally, it comes free. Theodore pass back to Marner. Grabbed back then by Howden. Marner down low to Hurdle. Hurdle a shot. And that one goes through the crease of Wedgwood and back to center. Great start here for Vegas. They're putting the pressure on the Avalanche. Here's McNabb to center. Chip back down low into the Avalanche end. It'll go behind the net of Scott Wedgwood. Burns off the boards then to Colton. And the puck goes out of play at 12:35. I'm not sure how much they are, Taco. When I bought one for the 200th stream back in March, they were 180. But they might be cheaper. It's like almost 2 months later. So they might be a little bit cheaper than what they originally were. Hopefully I'll be able to get one, actually. The place that I know, the place that I go to for these boxes, I hope they have them still. If they don't have them still, I'm going to have to come up with something else. Face-off outside of the Avalanche end is a tie-up. It's won back by the Knights. Anderson will dump it down low into the Colorado zone. Here's Burns around then for Blackenberg. Nick Blackenberg on the right side trying to dump this one to center. It'll slide back into the Vegas end. Hanifin fighting with Nichushkin. On the right side, Saad fighting with Burns. Saad will dump it to center. Avalanche get it back. I'm a PlayStation guy. So I'll just tell you to buy a PlayStation. Never played with an Xbox, actually. Nichushkin on the right side. Rasmus Anderson trying to clear it to center. Landeskog up top. Malinsky moves to center. Fires it, and that one is blocked by Hanifin. Landeskog trying to backhand that one down low. Puck is played back to center. Devon Tays giving back then for Landeskog. Landeskog ahead to Martin H. is trying to get it through. Broken up. Golden Knights get it back. Theodore off the boards to center. Devon Tays on the right side. Eichel battling for it. Malinsky cross ice to Landeskog. Landeskog to Dorofeev, who will just throw it into the Vegas end. Golden Knights trying to regroup. Avalanche starting to wake up here a little bit. McKinnon steals a puck down low. Landeskog in front. McKinnon shoots it. Saved by Hart. The rebound was there, but the Golden Knights take it away before things get fatal. Eichel will dump it into the Avalanche end. Now Barbashev on the right side. Colton battling forward down low. Dorofeev gets it back. Pass in front, broken up there. Natchez will take it the other way. Marty Natchez, only one goal in the playoffs so far. Looking to increase that number here, hopefully. You definitely need him to start scoring some goals. Puck will slide into the Avalanche end. Wedgwood clears it off the boards. Grab back then up top. Kolasar to the point to Korzak. Broken up by the Avalanche. Kelly ahead then for O'Connor. He's knocked off the puck. Here's Drury on the rebound. O'Connor a drive. Saved by Hart. As Hart went out of his net to try and play the puck away from Drury. O'Connor got the rebound and Hart made the save. And now we got some pushing and shoving here in front of the Vegas net with 10:41 to go on the clock. Time winding down here in the opening period. We are nearly halfway through. It's a scoreless hockey game here in Ball Arena. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. We are 23 subs away from 7,000. Would love to hit that tonight. Would really love to hit that tonight. Leafs get Pettersson and Vancouver get Morgan Riley in a third. Yeah, I don't know. Does the cap work on that? Does the I'm sure the cap would have to. I'm sure the cap works on that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. A little bit of an error here on the ice. So the ice crew's coming out to fix this up here super quickly. We may step aside. We'll see. I don't know what to tell you, number one Duck fan. I don't know which one's better, to be honest with you. We will be live tomorrow for Game 2 of Montreal and Carolina. Canadians have a 1-0 series lead after winning Game 1. How about that? Anybody surprised by that? That was certainly interesting. Face off in the Vegas zone. Carlson versus Nelson. Face off is a tie-up. Anderson wins it back for Vegas. Noah Hannafin will chip it off the boards to center. Here's Marner with speed. Marner trying to get around Manson. Broken up there by Colorado. Josh Manson in the Avalanche end off the boards to center. Noah Hannafin. Grab back them by the Knights. Here's Howden into the zone. He'll loop it around. He gets knocked down to the corner by Manson. Good play there. Now Lekin in a 3-on-2 the other way. Kadri into the zone. Good back check by Vegas. And a whistle blown dead for a offsides, I believe. Surprised that got thrown off there. Yeah, I mean, I could have seen a world where Montreal would win. I didn't think it would be like that. I didn't think, like, when I got the notification while I was at my prom that it was a 4-1 lead for Montreal after 20 minutes, I was like, what? Like, I was a little bit surprised by that. But I think Game 2 is going to be a lot stronger. That's cool, Gary. I don't really watch those late night shows, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm always focused on sports, to be honest. Here's Brent Burns trying to clear that one off the boards to center. That's pretty cool, though, Gary. That's sick. Here's Natchez. Fires one on. It's blocked. Trying to get that one around McNabb. Tomas Hertl battling forward down low in the corner. Theodore backhanding it off the boards. Kadri, a shot. That one goes wide there of Hart. Up top is Blackenberg. Blackenberg dumped down low then. Landeskog battling forward on the right side. Theodore chipped off the boards. Sissons to center. Saad will backhand it down low into the Avalanche end. Here's Brent Burns in the Colorado zone. Halfway through the first period, Eichel gets around Burns. What a move. It's poke checked away, though. Natchez will chip it to center. Here's Nathan McKinnon. Down the right side. McKinnon loops it around. Will backhand it down low into the corner. Korzak battling forward on the right side as well. Colton fighting with Korzak. Down low in the corner. Cleared back up top. Here's Kadri, a shot. off the bench and saved by Hart. Up top is Tays. Back on the right side, Natchez. To the point to Kadri. He can't complete the pass. The puck slides back to center. Devon Tays off the boards will dump it down low into the Vegas end. 11 minutes gone here in the opening period. Dorofeev ahead then for Barbashev. Flipped it ahead then for Eichel. Puck will slide into the Avalanche zone. It will be an icing at 8:54. Apologies, I forgot to start my clock. Of course I did. Pass was not made to Jack Eichel. He missed it. And as a result, that is an icing. So 8:54 remaining here in period number 1. Face off in the Golden Knights end. Thank you all for tuning in. Shot still 7-4. It's been the same shot total for a bit here. In the Vegas end, the Avalanche win it. Malinsky up top. Shoots it. Saved by Hart with the pad. Golden Knights get it back. It's Pavel Dorofeev who moves it through center. He will dump it down low. And that one slides in there on Wedgwood. He'll make the save. What's up, Tim? How we doing? Good to see you. For some reason, I can't see how many likes we have. Ooh, we have, oh my God, we have 74 likes. I figured out how to see it. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's really glitched. Here, I'll try and show you guys. We're in commercial break now, so it's fine. So usually, when I have the stream here, it'll show the like button. But it's not. It's not showing me the like button right there. Like, usually, like here's the chat, obviously. And then I pull this up. Doesn't show me the like button. And yes, I do like the stream. I take my own advice. But here it shows me it, so it's fine. 75 likes. Thank you all so much for that. I appreciate it. Regular season hockey is also different than playoff hockey, conference finals, or kryptonite to the Canes. That's true. That is true. I don't know. I think game 2 will be very indicative. I think the Hurricanes should bounce back. We'll see though. You know, again, it'd be really disappointing if they lose like that again. Yeah, Taco did message me. That was true. He did message me, and he was like, and I thought, I was like, hey, you know what? Well, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that like button down below and subscribe if you are new. I would greatly appreciate it. Like the stream as well. We are 19 subs away from 7,000. Showing off Cale Makar here. They think the injury stemmed from a regular season game against the Calgary Flames. Adam Klapka hit him into the boards, and then he suffered, or I guess he may have re-aggravated the injuries against the Wild. Face-off coming up now in the Avalanche end. Shots are 8-5 in favor of Vegas. We are scoreless here in the opening period. Nothing much has changed from game 1. Face-off is a tie-up. Marner will win it. He'll backhand it down low into the Avalanche end. Josh Manson will clear this one off the boards and back into the Vegas end. This will be an icing at 8:29. Freddie Anderson's number nowhere to shoot. It's true. Showing off Cale Makar. 88 games played in the postseason. 90 points. Really missing him here tonight. No problem, John. Thank you. Thank you for all the kind words on the post yesterday as well. That was greatly appreciated. Here's Marner, a shot. That one is denied. In the corner, battling for it is Howden. Howden alongside Kulak. Carlson fighting now alongside Waugh as well. Avalanche are trying to chip this one to center. About 8:10 to go in the opening period. Manson back in the Colorado end. Josh Manson will clear this one ahead to center. Chipped off the boards. Golden Knights trying to get it back. Backhand pass over then for Marner. Mitch Marner, right side, dumps it down low to the Avalanche end. Manson in the corner, cleared back to center. Drury, broken up there by Vegas. Here's Dowd to Theodore. Theodore to center. Saved by Wedgwood through all the traffic. He allows no rebound. Thank you, Slick Nick. Have a good night, bro. I appreciate the kind words. Let's go Knights, rooting for Marner. Nice, Charles. Nice. Shots are 9-5. Golden Knights have put on the pressure. Face off in the Avalanche zone. I mean, everyone's jumping to conclusions because of Carolina's record in conference finals games. I need to see how game 2 goes. If they lose game 2 and it's like in pretty convincing fashion, then yeah, I don't like their odds. Puck slides back into the Vegas zone. Coughlin battling forward with Burns. Brent Burns on the right side trying to chip it down low. Golden Knights get it back in their own end. Caden Korzak in the Vegas end. He will dump this one ahead. Cole Smith, cross-ice pass into the zone. Down a shot. Saved by Wedgwood. He'll play it behind the net then to Taze. Devon Taze on the right side. Taze will move it through center. Theodore clears it off the boards. Avalanche keep it in. Here's Brayden McNabb. Battling forward on the right side. Then Nature's down low. McKinnon pass in front. Up top is Taze. He'll come back and regroup. Devon Taze on the right side then. Nature's battling for it. Stolen back then by Barbashev. Barbashev will backhand it down low into the Avalanche end. Kulak fighting with Dorofeev. Chipped off the boards by Barbashev. Grabbed back by Natchez in the Avalanche end. He will get it to center. Malinsky will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Landeskog fighting with Theodore. McKinnon down low in the corner will throw this one back up top. Off the bench, a shot on there is denied by Hart from Josh Manson up top. 6:20 left to go in the opening period. Things are staying relatively the same as they were in the opening period of Game 1. Shots were 10-10 through 20 minutes of play on Wednesday. Yes, we did get her home for her curfew. Yes, we did. Yeah, we were done at like 9:30. We were just mainly me. I was just like, eh. But yeah, that whole like prom and dancing stuff never really my thing. I mean like I like to dress up and go out with her. We do that from time to time, but just the whole prom part of it is not my thing. So, face off in the Vegas end. One by the Golden Knights, and again, like we're in the playoffs. I would much rather stream. Here's a breakaway for Marner, a shot saved there by Wedgwood. He got the rebound as well. What a stop by Wedgwood. 1-0 on Marner. Rasmus Anderson will dump this one off the boards. Puck is played back to center. Manson in the Avalanche zone for Kadri. Nazem Kadri, cross ice pass. Kadri trying to backhand this one down low. Puck is forced back to center. Josh Manson will grab it back then for the Avalanche. Manson dumps it down low into the Vegas zone. Carter Hart will come out of his net to play it. Gives it back for Tomas Hertl. Hertl back to Burns on the right side, then Blackenberg to Lehkonen, who attempts to dump it down low. Blackenberg gets it back. He'll move into the zone down the right side. He's broken up there, cleared up top. Lehkonen a drive, saved by Hart. Rebound was there and dumped away. Up top, Lehkonen fires it down low behind the net then for Caden Korzak. Korzak battling forward with Waugh. Off the boards, Rasmus Anderson chips it ahead then to center. Avalanche will regroup. Korzak in the Vegas end. Sissons, right side to Waugh. Waugh will dump it down low into the Golden Knights zone. Theodore on the right side battling forward in the corner. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the opening period. We are still scoreless. Very deja vu. Cole Smith will dump this one off the boards to center. Dowd will chip it back into the Avalanche end. Battling forward in the corner, then Blackenberg off the boards to Landeskog. Up top, Coghlan, a cross-ice pass for Theodore. Shea Theodore dumps it down low into the Avalanche end. Wedgwood gives it up then for Devon Toews. Off the boards, Gabe Landeskog. Landeskog will dump it into the Avalanche end on the right side. Nations up top. Malinsky a shot. That one goes wide. On the right side, McKinnon up top. Toews a shot. Saved by Hart. It's in the crease. Jabbing at that puck. And it slides back down into the corner. Smith fighting with McKinnon. McKinnon goes down. Eichel gets it back. He'll backhand a pass then to Coghlan, who will get it to center and dump it into the Avalanche end. Malinsky clears it back down low in the corner. Toews battling forward with Eichel. Barbashev trying to backhand pass in front to Dorofeev. It was broken up. Pavel Dorofeev with goals in 5 straight games. That dates back to the series against Anaheim. Theodore off the boards to Rasmus Andersson. Chipped ahead then for Dorofeev. Cross-ice pass. Vegas brings it in. What a move there by Barbashev. Barbashev pass down low for Dorofeev. He got it caught in his legs. And the Avalanche will dump it ahead back into the Vegas end. Theodore fighting with O'Connor. Down low in the corner trying to get this puck free. 3.5 minutes to go. Vegas will chip this one to center. Brett Kulak dumps it into the Vegas end. Carter Hart comes out to play it. Given back then on the right side by Theodore. Stolen back by the Avs. Pass down low, and Colton was right there but could not convert. Ross Colton gets it back though. Colton to Kadri in the corner. Up top. Shot from Burns. Denied in front. Rebounds there. They score! Ross Colton! Up top on Carter Hart. And the Avalanche open things up here. It's 1-0. With exactly 3 minutes to go in the opening period, the Avalanche have taken a 1-0 lead. It's Ross Colton who pots it. His second goal of the postseason, assisted by Brent Burns and Nazem Kadri. And the Avalanche have opened things up here in the latter stages of period number 1. Shots are 12-9, and the Avalanche break through Carter Hart here early. It's the first goal in the first period of this series so far. That's not true. The ESPN stat they have on the screen is not true. Icing here against Vegas, saying that the Avalanche have a goal in the first period in the last 5 games. That ain't true. There was no goals in the opening period of Game 1, so that's obviously not true. ESPN lying again. Are we surprised, though? Are you guys surprised? Thank you, Rock and Roll. I thought that was solid. Ross Colton, assisted by Burns and Kadri, makes it a 1-0 lead. Face-off now in the Vegas end. They will chip this one to center. Avalanche are 5-0 when they score first. Into the zone now, Nichushkin fighting with Hannafin. In the corner, Vegas will chip it off the boards. Devon Toews battling forward on the right side then. Toews to Nichushkin. He'll dump it around up top. Burns a shot. And that one is blocked. Hurdle gets it back for Vegas. Rasmus Andersson will dump this one off the boards to center. Fighting forward then is Saad. Natchez gets it back then for Colorado. Grabbed back by the Golden Knights in their own end. It's Jack Eichel, who will move it through center. Eichel to Coghlan. Stolen back then by the Avalanche, who will dump it off the boards. Shot on, goes up in the air and wide. Dorofeev now fighting with Wah. And the puck goes out of play at 1:59. Yeah, I mean, again, am I wrong? I'm pretty sure, there were no goals in the first period of Game 1. So why are you saying in your graphic that that the Avalanche have scored it in the opening period in the last 5 games? Maybe it's true, 5 games before Game 1. No, it's not even true, actually. They didn't even score a first period goal in Game 5. They didn't score a first period goal in Game 5 or Game 4, I don't think. What are we doing, ESPN? What are we doing? Bunch of clowns. Anyway, you know who's not clowns? You guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. We are 14 subs away from 7,000. If you enjoy the commentaries, hit that subscribe button down below. Hoping to hit that 7,000 mark tonight We're going to be live tomorrow for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Sorry that I missed Game 1. Yeah, now you need 30 different stream networks. Yeah, that's just the world now, honestly. I've come to accept that. But thankfully, you guys have been generous enough with your donations and stuff to make all these streams possible, and, you know, me being able to cover the subscriptions without dipping into my, like, savings and stuff. So I really appreciate that, guys. Oh, great, the Phillies lost. They lost 1-0. All right, back here in Colorado, the Avalanche have taken a 1-0 lead. Hit that like button down below. We're at 94 likes here on the commentary. How tall am I? I'm not very tall. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not very tall. All right, shots are 11-10. So the Avalanche open up the scoring. Even though ESPN said that they've scored 5 goals in their last 5 first periods. Face off in the Colorado zone. Face off one with the Avalanche, who will get it to center. Kadri will dump it into the Vegas zone. Icing at 1:52. All right. 11-10 are the shots here in the opening period. 73% of the Avalanche's goals have been 5-on-5 in the postseason. Nelson versus Eichel. Face-off won by the Avalanche. In the corner now, Sam Malinsky. Kadri trying to backhand this one to center. Nelson trying to get that one free. Vegas to Eichel. Right side then Dorofeev. Eichel a shot. That one goes wide there. Here's Nick Waugh. Waugh back to Taze. 1:30 to go in the opening period. Barbashev to Kadri. Grab back to Dorofeev in front. Big save there by Wedgwood. What the heck were the Avalanche defenders doing there? Cross ice pass back into the Vegas end. Nelson drops it back for Waugh. Waugh to Nelson, who battles forward in the corner with Theodore. Waugh fighting with Coughlin. Dorofeev gets it back then for Vegas. He will chip it to center, or at least he'll try to. Approaching the last minute of play here in the opening period. Here's Coughlin. Back to Theodore. Shea Theodore will hold it here now in the Vegas end. Back over then for Anderson. Anderson for Howden. Avalanche trying to dump it to center. Anderson trying to chip it down low into the Avalanche zone. Battling forward is Manson and Howden. McKinnon will clear it off the boards. Nate is trying to chip it to center. Up top, Marner a shot. That one is blocked. Avalanche will get it back to center. McKinnon cross ice to Natchez. Natchez into the zone. And a whistle blown dead for an offsides. At 34 seconds. I mean, if we're being honest, hockey's not the only thing that ESPN's completely botched. They had really bad baseball coverage. Their baseball coverage was heavily hated upon. They don't have Sunday night baseball anymore. That's Peacock now. Which I haven't seen any of their games, but apparently they do have the local broadcasters doing, which I think is cool. Here's Taze, Landeskog, McKinnon a shot. That one slides just wide of Hart. On the right side, Burns a shot. That one goes wide. Landeskog, right side, up top then for Taze. Taze, down low then for McKinnon. Backhand pass, saved by Hart. 15 seconds to go. Avalanche are hemming the Knights. Burns a shot, saved by Hart. It's in the crease, and Anderson will chip this one back to center. 5 seconds remaining. I think we may get a last... No icing, and that'll do it for the period. End of the opening period here in Colorado, and instead of being booed off the ice like they may have been in Game 1, the Avalanche are praised off the ice here at the end of 20 minutes play. They weren't booed at the end of 20, but they were booed at the end of the game, maybe. 1-0 lead here for the Avalanche after 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 2 momentarily. This is the countdown till the second. And as always, thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below and subscribe if you are new. Now down to 13 subs away from 7,000. All right. What are we thinking here, guys? What are we thinking? Solid period from both sides. Well played period by Colorado. They get the opening goal. That's exactly what you want to see. Off the back bar. Seemed like long period. I thought it was quick. ESPN had lousy CFL stats too. I know why. Because they don't care about the CFL. They only have the CFL because they're the big sports channel. Like before hockey bought them, they didn't even talk about it. And I will say this. I don't usually talk about ESPN in videos that much because I mean like everybody says their broadcasting teams are bad. I think most of them are okay. Just like the lack of research and their errors on graphics, I think is just a whole lot worse. Like it's just a clown show. It really is. But I will say this. As much as you may hate the the way the coverage is and all that, it's actually good for hockey that it's on ESPN because you're getting more recognition it being on the big stage like it is. And the viewership is significantly better than what it was on NBC. As nostalgic as NBC was, NBC definitely killed hockey for a while. Just because it wasn't that big of a network. And that's the way I look at it. Hey, thank you, Serge Tim, for the $10 dono. Thank you, brother. I do. Thank you for the 10, Serge Tim. I appreciate it, brother. Good to see you here yet again in the wonderful commentary. Yeah, I'm feeling good today. Feeling pretty good today, to be honest with you. Beans on toast? Not a big fan of that. Where am I from? Pennsylvania. Like I don't have any stats to back that up, but I'm pretty sure the numbers have been a lot better than what they were on NBC. And not that I hate NBC, like, you know, the 2010s, I mean, like I was a child. So, I mean, like they're very nostalgic to me. They're like a lot of core memories. That 2018 Cup run is very nostalgic. I feel like they use AI without checking it. Honestly, you might be right. That really would not surprise me. I'm not going to lie to you. That would not surprise me. But, I don't know. But yeah, NBC was nostalgic. Doc Emmerich was great. Thank you, Douglas. We're not there yet, though. We're 12 away, so we may not hit it today. We'll see, though. We'll only find out. All right. Making a clip here.
Not convert. Ross Colton gets it back, though. Colton to Kadri in the corner up top. Colton gets it back, though. Colton to Kadri in the corner up top. Shot from Burns. Denied a front rebound. They score! Ross Colton! Up top on Carter Hart. And the Avalanche open things up here. It's 1-0.
Started watching hockey in 2006. How time flies. I started watching hockey in 2018. I was 11 years old, seeing the Caps go on their cup run. Always have a soft spot for Ovechkin because of that.
With exactly 3 minutes to go.
All right, perfect. Avs will probably close this one out. Hope VGK can at least keep it close. Yeah, I mean, again, like I know there's Vegas fans in here, but I want the Avalanche to tie the series just so we get more hockey. Like, I'm obviously advocating for more hockey, of course. So, you know. Oh, man. Thank you, Hugh. Welcome to the stream, brother. It's good to see you yet again. All right. Perfect. Just uploading the commentary clip. Anybody got plans for Memorial Day weekend? I know if you're in Canada, you're like, you know. If you're in Canada, I don't think they celebrate Memorial Day, right? You guys have a different holiday. But anybody have any plans this weekend? I'm working most of the weekend. Working and streaming, actually. Actually, the only day I'm going to actually, like, do something fun is Memorial Day. So, just graduated high school when the Caps won. Friend is a diehard fan and went on a summer binge to celebrate like he was a part of the team. Hey, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Watch my Flyers win 2 cups in 74 and 75. Too bad they haven't done anything since. They haven't done anything since. I'm 19, Mark. All right. Yeah, guys, 9 more subs. Look at that. 9 more subscribers. Had a holiday last Monday. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. I live in America. What do I know? Just a dumb American. It's kind of true. All right, get the commentary clip out. Not too bad. That was an all right call. What do I see happening with Bruce Cassidy? I think eventually he's going to get a job. I think it's going to be honestly, they're denying him from speaking to teams. I think he won't be allowed to speak to teams till after the playoffs. And I think it's really weird as to why. Like, I know he's under contract. I know he's getting paid. I don't feel bad for him that he's not allowed to get a job. But at the same time, like, you should let your coach pursue other endeavors, even if he still is under contract with you. I mean, maybe it is his fault that he got fired, but you fired him. The only tie he really has to you is that he's under contract with you. But I will say this. Vegas is under every right to say no. So in a week he can talk? I guess so. Vegas has every right to say no. So whether we like it or not, it's their call. It's not ours. It's in the contract. So go 7 with endless OT, get tired, then go on to lose. Can the Ducks go on a cup run next year? Sure. They went to the second round as a team that was not expected to be there. Don't want either team to do well. Go Habs, go. Fair enough. That's fair enough. If I grow my fan base out to at least 10K, more professional teams will contact you to communicate. I mean, honestly, I think that's part of it. I think part of it, too, is just, like, doing well in school. I want to just try and get my name out there as much as possible. I mean, again, I speak about it all the time. These YouTube streams are not like end game for me. I would love them to be. I love this so much, but they're not end game. Obviously, I want to actually become a real broadcaster on ESPN or Sportsnet or whatever. I want to do that. I've always said it. I've said it throughout the playoffs, throughout the regular season and the Olympics and all that. This has always been something for me to practice my skills and just, commentate and talk with you guys. And I love it so much. This is awesome. Like, this is my life. It's so much fun coming on here and commentating it up with you guys, talking about it. Birthday's February 16th. Young American, Nord, not dumb. That's fair. Fair enough. I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, let me update the all-time stat sheet here. But I know if I want to get to that goal of becoming a broadcaster, I have to work for it, and I don't think I've worked hard enough. So, got to keep on grinding for it. That's kind of the mentality that I've been taking. Can't wait to say I was there in like the early days. Yeah, I mean, like I have thought about it. Like, what if there's a world where I am commentating for ESPN, but I have my YouTube stream set up right below me, and you guys can hear me in the arena commentating, and I'll read the chat and commercial breaks. No, there's no way they would allow me to do that, but I would. But I got to get there first. Like, I'm not there. The other thing with these two is like I'm trying not to like I trying to just keep on working and not like, you know, think that like I'm there already with what I'm doing here. Still got so much more work to do. It's a much longer journey than I probably could imagine. 9, 10, 19, perfect. All right, that's updated to good. Spurs up by 7 after quarter 1. Thank you, Samir. Nice. I want to see Wemby get it done. He's been fun to watch. Obviously, I don't watch the games that much because they're on the nights where I'm commentating, but some good stuff. He's nuts. Wemby, he's nuts. All right, got about 6 minutes to go here until period number 2. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. We are 9 subs away. 9 subs away from 7,000. We're going to be live tomorrow for Game 2. Am I flyered up? Yeah, even though they got swept, I'm flyered up all the time. Who do I want to win the cup? I haven't really thought about that. I wouldn't really mind wouldn't mind any team that's in the Final Four, honestly. Who cares about height? Girls are overrated too. It's true. I mean, I have a girlfriend. I'm very happy with her, but it's not everything. Like, you know, some people really want to have somebody like that in their life, and that's fine. But, and I mean, like, I'm very happy with her, but it's not everything for everyone. Not everybody's like, oh my God, I need a girlfriend right now. How about them Habs? Trust me, they're going for the cup. I don't know. They look pretty good against Carolina. They held things down, especially towards the end, giving up only 2 shots in the third period of game 1. That's phenomenal. Still a ways to go. Series ain't over yet, but they're in a good spot. Wouldn't say they're overrated either. Just preface that. Hell of a day for Sanchez, baby. He is up to 37 consecutive shutout innings. His ERA's got to be like 1.6. He's been killing it. Cy Young, baby. Yeah, Mark. All right, second period coming up in 4 Memento. Was up 450 yesterday. Now I'm at 0. Tacos betting is done. Yikes. Rough world for you. That's why I don't bet. Just because I'm very, very frugal with my money. I think that's the right word. Why is my voice so deep? I don't know. This is just how I am. Deeper than Seneca's. Seneca's my age. So Seneca is my draft year. Which is scary. The fact that he's the same age as me is scary. Look what he's doing and look what I'm doing. If my geologist anthropology gig doesn't yeah. Yeah, if that doesn't work out, I don't think I learned a single thing from that class. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I just did it and now I forgot all of it. I don't think I learned a single thing. Geology was fun. That stuff kind of interests me. Seneca's 20? Never mind, he's a year young. I'm a year younger than him. I'll be 20 soon. So that means, yeah, whatever. I'm tired. Threw on a bet today and yesterday after being greedy. Thank you, Barry. All right. Second period coming up in just a moment here from Colorado. Avalanche with the early 1-0 lead. Not going to bed tonight if you don't get 7K subs today. We'll see, bro. We will see. I mean, honestly, that's just a number. I'm just here to commentate and have fun. Hopefully we'll hit it today. We're close. We're getting there. Take some time. Got to earn it. That's what I always say. Got to earn it. Do I have any tips heading into high school? Do your work. That's the biggest thing. Do your work. I guess just enjoy it. I mean, it might be hard to sometimes, but once you, you get out of it, you're going to miss it. Yeah, what Taco said. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 2 here from Colorado, between the Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights. First period recap, goals were scored by Ross Colton to make it a 1-0 lead here for the Avalanche after 20 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 20, shots were 12-11 in favor of Vegas. Face-off percentage was 57%. Oh my God, Terry. In favor of Colorado. No power plays in that opening period. Hits are 17-4 in favor of Vegas. And blocked shots are 10-9 in favor of Colorado as well. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that like button down below. And subscribe if you are new. Period number 2 between the Avalanche and the Golden Knights. And we are underway. Face-off is won back by the Avalanche. It's Malinsky who will bank it off the boards. Then Devon Tays trying to chip this one into the Vegas end. He will do so successfully. Noah Hannafin in the Golden Knights zone. Cleared back off the boards and down into the Colorado zone. Malinsky dumping it back into the Vegas end. And that'll be an icing against Colorado at 19:35. Nice Goku. Congrats, bro. Got kicked out for selling weed. Now I grow weed for a living. Hell yeah, rock and roar. Hell yeah. Face-off coming up in the Avalanche end. 19:35 to go in the period. Face-off won by Vegas. Theodore, right side. Broken up then by Colorado. They will clear it to center. Here's Malinsky into the zone. Malinsky shoots it, pass over. Saved by Hart. Rebounds in the crease and cleared away by the Golden Knights. They will try and force it to center. It's Howden. Ahead then for Marner. Poke checked away by the Avalanche. Golden Knights are off sides. They will try to play it down low. Marner fighting with Landeskog. Here's Devon Tays who gains the line and dumps it into the Vegas end. Nichushkin Behind the net then for Natchez. Battling forward then with Nelson. Shea Theodore's there as well, trying to clear it to center. Marner will force to center. Back down low here into the Colorado zone. Shots are even at 12 apiece. Brent Burns will chip this one ahead. Here's Nichushkin. Shoots it. Saved by Hart. He had a goal in game one. Tried to get one there. Here in game two, he was denied. Eichel into the zone now. Jack Eichel up top. Barbashev. He's tripped. And that is a penalty against the Avalanche. Kulak will touch. And we are going to get our first power play of the game. And it will be on Vegas. It's 2 penalties. It is 2 penalties that were called here. And they were both on Marty Natchez. So I think it's a double minor, actually. I think it's a 4-minute power play. Yup, it's a 4-minute power play for Vegas. Oh, my Lord. So a 4-minute power play here for the Golden Knights. Marty Natchez was called for tripping and slashing. So it is a 4-minute 5-on-4 power play for the Vegas Golden Knights. And things just got very, very, very interesting here. Golden Knights are 6 for their last 15 on the power play. They have a power play goal in their last 6 games in the postseason. We'll see if that's actually true, though. ESPN has a tendency to lie, so I'm not sure if that's 100% true. I know they scored last game and the game prior. Face-off coming up here now. It'll be Hurdle versus Drury. Off the draw, it's one back by the Avalanche. Josh Manson will clear this one back to center. Theodore back in the Vegas end. Will hold this puck and move it now through center. Theodore drops it back for Jack Eichel. Eichel. Pass back to Dorofeev, broken up there by the Avalanche. They will dump it down into the Vegas end. Shea Theodore drops it back. Vegas moves it ahead now through center. Eichel to Marner. Marner up top. Down low, Eichel in the corner. Tay steals it back. He will clear it down the other way. Here's Mitch Marner in the Golden Knights zone. Marner brings it through with speed. Stolen back then by Vegas. And a whistle blown dead. We have a penalty coming up against the Knights. Oh my goodness. 17:41 left to go in the second. We have another penalty coming up. It's against Vegas this time around. So that will eliminate the power play for the most part. 4-on-4 coming up. It's on Jack Eichel for interference. And yeah, he got him. He got him. I mean, Lehkonen kind of ran into him. Eichel didn't really make an effort to interfere with him. But regardless of that, he still called for it. I don't know. $17:41 to go in the second period. Face-off in the Vegas end. McKinnon versus William Karlsson. Back to 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. The face-off is a tie-up. It's one back then by the Avalanche. Here's Malinsky, right side then for McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon looping it around up top, trying to get around Hanifin. Pass back then to Malinsky. Malinsky at the point, back over to Kulak, trying to dump it down low. Battling for it on the right side, then Hanifin gets it back. Off the boards, McKinnon fighting with Rasmus Andersson. Ahead then the center. Nazem Kadri, back for the Avalanche. Shoots it. That one goes wide there of Carter Hart. Played back up top there for Malinsky. Malinsky over then for Kadri. Kadri chips it down low to Nathan McKinnon. Up top, Malinsky. The Avalanche are hemming the Golden Knights. Shot there by Malinsky. Saved by Hart. Cleared back to the left corner. McKinnon fighting with Rasmus Andersson. Played back then for Kadri. Kadri up top. Malinsky. Back over then for Kulak, who backhands it down low. Kadri behind the Vegas net, being tied up by Hanifin. What a move there by Kadri. Plays it up top. McKinnon to drive. He fired it wide. Here's Brent Burns. Down low behind the net. Burns looking for options. Will skate it around in the corner. Up top, Kulak. Pass back down low. Nichushkin. And he put it wide as well. And that one will slide back into the Avalanche at no icing. Here's Nichushkin. Moving it now through center. Puck is cleared back into the Vegas zone. Nichushkin fighting alongside Theodore. About 30 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Here's a pass in front. Takes a drive. And that one goes wide. Golden Knights get it back. It's Marner for Theodore. Shea Theodore behind the Vegas net. Marner fighting with Nichushkin. Nichushkin up top. Taves cross-ice pass. Vegas will intercept it. They will hold it in their own end. Dylan Coughlin gets it. He'll play it to center. Now Vegas the other way. Theodore into the zone. He'll loop it back around and pass up top then for Marner, a shot. And that one goes wide. Howden battling for it then with Taves. Taves will chip it off the boards, and the Avalanche will take it back the other way. The 4-on-4 is over. Vegas now has a power play for 1:10. They get the puck back, and they'll try and set up now, moving it through center. Jack Eichel into the zone. Cross-ice pass to Hurdle. Broken up then by the Avalanche, trying to dump it to center. Dorofeev up top. Dorofeev to Theodore. Theodore to Marner. Marner to Eichel at the top of the circle. Eichel waits, shoots it. Saved by Wedger. Rebounds there for Marner, jamming at that puck. And the Avalanche will dump it down the other way. What's up, Destroyer? How we doing? Angela, I see your comment. I'll read it in a second. Here's Noah Hannafin now through center. Off the boards to Hurdle. Hurdle will drop it back for Eichel. Eichel into the zone for Carlson. Battling forward with Kelly, who will dump it down the other way. Less than 30 seconds to go. The Avalanche are about to kill this off. Hannafin in the Vegas end. He'll drop it back then for William Karlsson to move it through center. Karlsson into the zone. Cross-ice pass. Dorofeev gets it back. In the corner. Behind the net then Burns will clear it. And kept my Hannafin shot on there is blocked. Avalanche will chip it away. That will do it for the power play for Vegas. A phenomenal kill by Colorado. Some of it was 4-on-4 to be fair, but they still got it done. Shots are 14-13 here. Golden Knights forced back to center. Shea Theodore in the Vegas end. Coughlin. Chip back down low into the Avalanche zone. Here's Brent Burns in the Avalanche end. Burns will chip it. Back to McKinnon, trying to dump that one down low. Barbashev trying to intercept the one to center. Here's McKinnon, right side to Natchez, fires it, and that one went way wide. Oh my goodness. Up top, Malinsky fires it down low behind the net to McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon in the corner. Back to Landeskog. Landeskog up top to Bleckenberg, a shot. That one's blocked there by Theodore. He plays it to himself and clears it back down the other way. It will not be an icing. 6.5 minutes gone here in this second period. Puck is chipped into the Vegas end. This will be an icing. Gotta plug in my phone, or plug in my computer here. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below. We are 5 away from 7,000. I only need 5 of you to hit that subscribe button. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. Who do I think is the best goalie left in the playoffs? That's a good question. It honestly might be Carter Hart. But I think all 4 of the goalies have generally been really good. Let me know your thoughts down below. Who do you guys think it is? It might be Carter Hart, to be honest. Here's Hannafin a backhand there. Save, and Blackenberg will chip this one back to center. The Avalanche are able to get a line change off. Korzak to center. Big hit by Nathan McKinnon on Kolasar. Now Natchez ahead then for Colton. It's an icing. Colton couldn't get it clearly on his stick. They below the play dead. Big hit there by the Nate Dog on Kolasar. We got 270 people here in the live commentary. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. Hit that like button down below. We're at 125 likes. That's pretty sick. Pretty good commentary tonight. Pretty good crowd showing out here. Thank you all so much. Face off. Is one back by the Knights. Anderson, a shot saved there by Wedgwood. Colorado will clear this one off the boards to center. Coughlin. Back over then for Jack Eichel. Eichel into the zone. Coughlin with speed. He's hooked there by Colton. I don't believe the referee called it. Battling for it in the corner, Malinsky and Barbashev. Dorofeev on the right side. Grab back then by Malinsky. Shots are even here at 14 apiece. Malinsky will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Theodore in the Golden Knights zone. Trying to chip that one back down low. Waugh battling forward as well. Trying to backhand that one up top. Kelly fighting with Rasmus Anderson. Anderson will chip it off the boards. Kadri trying to get that one up top. Anderson to Kelly. Parker Kelly up top. Manson a shot. That one goes wide. It slides in there on hard off the boards. Avalanche will steal it back though. Kadri battling forward with Eichel. They'll backhand it down low. Kelly fighting with Shea Theodore. Kelly up top. Here's Manson a shot. That one goes wide there of Hart. On the right side, Kulak fighting with Eichel. Stolen back to center. Avalanche will get it. They'll dump it down low into the Vegas end. Here's Eichel. Cross ice pass to Shea Theodore. Theodore will dump it into the Colorado zone. Burns fighting with Howden. Pass up top. Vegas cannot keep it in the zone. Hannafin will regroup. Hannafin to Korzak. Now Marner through center. Marner up top. Back to Hannafin. Hannafin will backhand it down low behind the net to the Karlsson. Pass in front. Broken up there. Karlsson. And he's forced back to center. Golden Knights get it back. Korzak. Right side then for Marner. Marner into the zone. Battling forward then alongside Kulak. Nelson trying to dump it down low. Kulak will play it back to center. Noah Hannafin. On the right side, Marner will dump this one into the zone. Here's Howden. Pass over, broken up by Nelson's stick. And the Avalanche will take it back to center. Nichushkin down the right side. He's got some room. And the Golden Knights will force it back to center anyway. It's Natchez back to Blackenberg. Approaching the halfway mark of the game in the period. Colorado still holding on to that 1-0 lead. Devon Tays cleared back into the Vegas end. This will not be an icing. Rasmus Anderson fighting with Landeskog. Anderson plays it through center. Cleared off the boards then. Here's Dowd. Poke check by Blackenberg. Battling for it down low in the corner. Taken back then by McKinnon. McKinnon to Landeskog trying to poke check that one ahead. Golden Knights get it back. Backhanded down low then by Kolasar. Dowd fighting alongside Tays. Off the boards Blackenberg to Lehkonen. Lehkonen to McKinnon ahead now. He's got some room. He'll break it in. Waits up top. Lehkonen into the zone. Shoots it. It's tipped. What a tip by Cole Smith. And the puck goes out of play. And of course I forgot to start my clock. Awesome. We will step aside here at the halfway mark of the hockey game. Colorado still with the 1-0 lead here in period number 2. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below. We are 1 sub away. 1 sub away. It's edging me. What's up, Alvavera? How we doing? Yeah, great game so far. It's been a lot of fun. My bad, Serge. I forgot. What's up, Christine? How we doing? Hey, look at that. Look at that. 7,000 subscribers. Wow. Thank you all so much. Everybody gives themselves a round of applause. Thank you all so much for helping me reach this one tonight. It's greatly appreciated. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all so much. 7,000 subscribers. That is awesome. 7,000 subscribers. That is great. Get a little picture there. Thank you all so much. 7K subscribers. You guys are phenomenal. I really appreciate all your support. We were at like 5,000 to start the playoffs. So the fact that we got ourselves back to here is phenomenal. So thank you all, or got ourselves to here is phenomenal. So thank you all so much for that and your support. I greatly appreciate it. And now we just begin the chase to 8,000 subs. But thank you all so much. Anyway, we got a game to commentate. Face-off one with the Avalanche. Malinsky up top. Kadri cross-ice pass to Burns, who will dump it down low. It goes wide there of Carter Hart. Right side, Golden Knights trying to backhand this one to center. Here's Sissons. Through center, dumps it into the Avalanche end. Kadri battling forward in the corner then. Tomas Hertl trying to chip this one to center. Saad. Right side, stolen back by the Avalanche. Puck is cleared again to center. Referee's like clapping his hands. Good job, everyone. 9.5 minutes to go in the second. Avalanche will move it through center. Here's Wah. Chipping it down low into the Vegas zone. Shea Theodore, right side then for Saad. Jack Drury gets it back then for Colorado. He'll move it with speed through center. Drury fighting with Theodore. Theodore to Blackenberg. Blackenberg now behind the net then for Drury. Jack Drury in the corner for Parker Kelly. Kelly up top. Manson a shot. That one goes wide. Blackenberg gets it back then for Colorado. Shoots it on. That one's blocked there again by Coughlin. Here's Drury fighting with Theodore on the right side. Cleared up top. Blackenberg to Manson. Shoots it. Gloved by Carter Hart. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all who is saying congratulations in the chat. It's greatly appreciated. You know, at the end of the day, I love all of you guys. It really is just a number, though. What really matters is creating these great commentary streams here for all 32 teams all season long. It's been so much fun, and I never thought it would grow to this, but thank you all so much. Watch me do play-by-play on TV. Nice. Some people like to do that. They put me on their TV. I've seen it before. Ever watch SDPN? Yeah, I've watched the SDPN. Solid group of guys. All right. So what do we think? Do we think that Vegas is going to tie it, or do we think the Avalanche are going to hold on here in the second period? What do we think? Will the Golden Knights tie it, or will the Avalanche hold on? Thank you, Delmer. I appreciate it. Before we know it, it'll hit 10K. Still got a ways to go before that. But what I always say is that you got to earn it. Take one day at a time and just enjoy the ride. It's kind of how I've been doing it. I mean, again, like, I see these milestones, I see these good days, I see these bad days, and at the end of the day, like, I'll either reminisce about them or I'll celebrate them, but as soon as the next day comes along, I wake up the next morning, I'm just ready to go at keeping on with the grind and such. So tomorrow's a new day. We'll keep on working here on the channel, keep providing great commentaries, and we'll start working for that 8K. Or I guess 7,100 is going to probably be our goal, but, you know. Goes to 2-0, okay. We got 300 people here in the commentary. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below and subscribe if you are new. We're at 137 likes. That's pretty good. All right, face-off coming up here now in the Vegas end. It'll be William Karlsson versus the Nate Dogg. The face-off is won back then by the Avalanche. Malinsky a shot. That one goes wide. Battling for it in the crease. Golden Knights will get it back to center. William Karlsson with speed. Gets it around the defense. Tays fighting with Karlsson. William Karlsson fighting for it down low in the corner. Here come the Avalanche. Sam Malinsky through center. Battling for it then down low in the Vegas zone with Hannafin. Golden Knights trying to chip it to center. Malinsky. Pass back down low. McKinnon. Right circle up top. Big chance there. Goes wide. Malinsky a drive. Saved by Hart. He got it in the chest. And covers up. Thank you all, Bavera. I've been doing this for almost 6 years. I did it only during the playoffs until the beginning of last season. Then I started doing it during the regular season and much more consistently. But yeah, this year has been phenomenal for it. I've really enjoyed all of the streams and all the support. Face-off in the Vegas end is won by the Golden Knights. Dorofeev will play this one out of play, so a whistle blown dead at 7:58. I remember you too, Bon. Yeah, I mean you've been here since the start of the Watch with Nordic live commentaries. You've been the GOAT, man. That's why you're a legend. I appreciate all your support, man. It really means a lot. You coming in and liking the streams all the time. It means a lot. So again, we're going to be live tomorrow for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to be live on Sunday and Monday as well. So keep that in mind. Our next Unbox with Nordic will either be Monday or Wednesday next week. That'll be our my reward to you guys for 7K. Get to watch me unbox hockey cards. Here's Manson, a shut on, saved there by Carter Hart. Nate is battling for it down low in the corner. Golden Knights trying to play it ahead through center. Theodore off the boards to center. Cole Smith trying to drop this one back. Avalanche will chip it to center. Theodore gets it back. He will dump it down low to the Avalanche zone. Wedgwood gives it up then for Manson. Josh Manson behind the Colorado net. Off the boards, Nichushkin trying to backhand it to center. Kadri right side, stolen back to the Knights. Here's Smith through center, shoots it, saved by Wedgwood. And battling for it on the right side, then Avalanche trying to clear Korczak, fighting alongside Kadri. Smith gets it back down low behind the net. Stolen back by Manson, who will throw it all the way up in the air and back into the Vegas end. It will not be an icing. Battling for it in the court, play in front. Big chance there for Kadri. Is denied by Carter Hart off of a Golden Knights turnover. What a save by Carter Hart to keep this game 1-0. That was a huge save. Definitely a much better game being played here by the Avalanche than you saw in Game 1. That's for sure. I think the Golden Knights at this point were out shooting the Avalanche, actually. Edmonton will need an overhaul. Yeah, there has to be some big changes coming to Edmonton for sure. Looks like an OT game. It certainly has that feel, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Still got another period to play. Face-off coming up here now in the Golden Knights end. We got 300 people in here. Thank you all for tuning in. Facing one with the Avalanche. Wow, shot saved by Hart again. And he'll cover up. Carter Hart still being a big factor tonight despite allowing the only goals so far. Shots now 18-10. We'll do a little bit of a goaltender check because why not? Obviously, Scott Wedgwood is perfect tonight. 15 saves on 15 shots. Carter Hart, 17 saves on 18 shots. He has a .944 save percentage. So a pretty darn good night here for Carter Hart, despite allowing the only goal in the game. And you'll take it. He's been very sharp here for the Golden Knights, that's for sure. Face-off coming up here now again in the Vegas end after some physicality here between the two teams. 6:52 actually. Face-off is blown dead due to a violation. It'll be Ross Colton versus Dowd in the Vegas end. Off the draw, one back by the Avalanche. Up top, Burns a shot. Saved by Hart again. Anderson back to Colton. Down low in the corner, Nick Waugh. Trying to play this one behind the net. Waugh to Kadri. Nazem Kadri will fire this one around. Down low behind the net. Then Colton fighting with Dowd. Nick Dowd will chip it off the board. Trying to get it to center. Golden Knights can't get it there. Penalty coming up. It is against, I think, the Golden Knights. The referee raised up his arm, and now we got a little bit of a brawl going on here, so maybe there's more penalties added to this. I think it's on Vegas. I think it's going to be an Avalanche power play. I might be wrong, though. Checking my NHL app here next to me to see if it is true. I'm not exactly sure if it is. I think it's on the Avalanche, actually. It's on Nick Waugh for hooking. So it is actually on the Avalanche. Vegas power play. It'll be their second one of the game. As of now, their first full one. Obviously, they had a 4-on-4 squeezed in between their other one. Weren't really able to get things set up. So a Golden Knights power play, a chance to tie the game. We'll see if they can. Shots are a whopping 8-3 here, though, in favor of the Avalanche. Here in this second period. This could be a good momentum shifter for Vegas. We'll see if it is, though. Face off here in the Avalanche end. Nelson versus Hertl. The face-off is a tie-up. Hertl battling forward with Manson. Avalanche trying to chip it to center. Shea Theodore, right side. Manson fighting with Eichel. Devon Tays will clear it off the boards. Here's Dorofeev. Back down low behind the net. Then Manson fighting with Eichel. Josh Manson right side. Nichushkin trying to get it free. Here come the Avalanche now through center. Tays into the Vegas zone. Will just dump it down low, trying to run down time. Shea Theodore in the Golden Knights end. Theodore to Eichel. Jack Eichel through center. Drops it back for Theodore. Theodore to Marner. Marner on the right side. Up top. Down low then for Eichel. Eichel to Theodore. A shot. Saved there by, I think it was Drury who blocked it. Vegas finally setting up. Halfway through the power play. Marner down low. Looks. Eichel up top. Theodore! It's blocked. Avalanche will take it back. It's a one-on-one. It's Kelly who will decide to come back and just dump it. And it's broken up at the line. Avalanche still back. It's Lehkonen. 2-on-1 short-handed. It's Lehkonen with Kelly. Lehkonen shoots it. Saved by Hart. He'll glove it. Good on the Avalanche PK unit to get it down the other way and force a face-off in the Vegas end while on the kill. And there's the 20th shot of the game for Colorado. Another face-off coming up here in the Vegas end. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. Hannafin in the Knights end gives it back for William Karlsson. Karlsson to Anderson. Broken up there was O'Connor. Barbashev brings it into the Avalanche end. Ivan Barbashev, big hit down low in the corner. As Manson is down, he gets back up. Here's Anderson up top. Howden to Hannafin. He can't keep it in the zone. Lehkonen races for the loose puck. It's broken up by Anderson. It looked like Manson made the hit. I think he went down pretty bad there as he was trying to hit Hannafin. Pass is broken up there by Colorado. They will dump it down into the Vegas end. Carter Hart gives it back for Noah Hannafin. Power play is over. And Manson is hurt. Manson's hurt on the bench. Hopefully he's okay. Theodore, cross-ice pass. Delayed offsides. That should be a delayed offsides against Vegas. Avalanche will get it back off the boards to center. Here they come the other way. It's Nichushkin with some room. He'll loop it back around. Cross-ice pass. Burns a shot. He couldn't get it on. And it's played back to center. Brett Kulak back in the Avalanche end. 4 minutes to go in the second. Carter Hart around then for Theodore. Chipped off the boards to center. Avalanche battling for it then to Nichushkin. Cross-ice pass to Natchez. Up top, McKinnon a shot. And that one goes wide. Natchez battling for it on the right side. Vegas trying to get it back. Here then, Golden Knights will chip it to center. Saad battling for it with Malinsky. Saad will backhand it down low into the Avalanche end. Here's Nick Blackenberg. Cross-ice pass into the zone with speed is Landeskog. He fell on his belly. And now the Golden Knights will move it through center. Rasmus Anderson into the zone. Broken up there. That was a... What the heck was he doing there? Here's McKinnon, one-on-one with Hannafin. McKinnon fires it. Saved by Hart with the pad. Back and forth. Kind of hockey game here tonight. Still a 1-0 lead for Colorado. Gabe Landeskog battling for it down low. Nazem Kadri behind the Golden Knights net. Will throw it up top. Down low. Backhand by Blackenberg. He lost it. Now Landeskog on the right side. Gabe Landeskog Up top, here's Smolinski, a shot. That one goes wide. Golden Knights will pick it back up. Here's Noah Hannafin to Eichel, who will dump it down low. It slides just wide there of Wedgwood. He will play it off the boards. Molinski down low, trying to clear it to center. Kelly ahead then for Drury. Broken up then. Avalanche get it back. O'Connor will play it down low to the corner. It's Drury fighting alongside Coughlin. Drury trying to play a pass up top. Puck will trickle back to center. The Avalanche will have to clear. As they do so, Colorado rushes back in, then O'Connor battling for it. Grabbed back then by Eichel. It has been all Colorado here in this third period. Even with the power plays, the Avalanche have not given Vegas really anything to build off of. Now 2 minutes to go here in the second. O'Connor into the zone. He'll loop it back around up top. Here's Taze's shot. It goes wide there of Hart. Down low in the corner, O'Connor battling for William Karlsson. William Karlsson gets it back then for the Golden Knights. He will throw a cross-ice pass to Marner. Marner into the zone. Fires one on. Through the legs there was Howden. Now Drury battling for on the right side with Karlsson. Marner off the boards up top to Anderson. Anderson chips it down low then behind the net to Marner. Marner looking for options. He'll battle for it down low in the corner. Stolen back then by Marty Natchez in the Avalanche end. He'll take it with speed now through center. Natchez into the zone. He gets around the defense. Behind the net then will look for options. Pass in front is blocked by Anderson. We have a penalty coming up. It is against the Golden Knights. 1:18 to go here in the second period. Marty Natchez brings that puck into the zone. He draws a penalty as well. And we will get a Colorado power play for the very first time tonight. Ross Colton, the only goal in that opening period, seeing the replay there on the Manson, that he hit Barbashev, but the way he hit Barbashev, he went down himself and went face first into the boards. So hopefully Josh Manson is okay. That's a pretty ugly play to have happen to you. And Colorado is going to go to the power play. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. We just hit 7,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. 149 likes. Got 320 people in here. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, this power play will carry over into the third. Just so you all know, this power play will carry over into the third unless there is a goal scored, of course, on it here in this period. Excuse me. Another PK for Vegas. Well, the first PK for Vegas coming up. Going to the box is Shea Theodore for slashing on Natchez. So Natchez brings it down low into the Vegas end, then he draws a penalty. So good on Marty Natchez there. Thank you, Typical. I appreciate it, man. All right, back here in Colorado, we will be live for Game 3 of this series. It's Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We will be live for it. Back here in Colorado, power play coming up for the Avalanche. It will go the rest of this period and into the third, unless if there's a goal scored, of course. McKinnon battling for it in the corner. Dowd will clear it off the boards. It'll slide back into the Vegas end. Wedgwood for Devon Taze now in the Avalanche end. Taze to Natchez. Back over then for McKinnon. Last minute of play in the second. McKinnon will dump it down low to the Vegas end. Hannafin fighting with Kadri. Now Nick Dowd in the corner will clear this one off the boards and back into the Avalanche end. 40 seconds to go here in the middle frame. Taze will give it back to Natchez. Marner's there intercepting it. Up top, throwing it out in a shot. That one is blocked. I'm lisping my words. Here's McKinnon. He'll pick up the puck now and break it into the zone with speed. McKinnon loops it around in front. Landeskog. Big chance there, and it's denied by Hart. I don't even think it got on. Good defensive play by Anderson. 20 seconds to go. McKinnon to Kadri. Kadri to Landeskog. Landeskog to Kadri. Up top, Taves can't keep it in the zone. It'll slide back into the Avalanche end. Now 5 seconds remaining. Taves will play it up one last time. It is missed, and that will do it for period number 2. End of 40 minutes of play here in Colorado. We only have 1 goal scored, and it came in the opening period from Ross Colton. Since then, we haven't had anything. We've had some power plays. We've had some pretty good hockey being played. This is some good hockey we're watching. But it's been not very eventful in terms of scoring. That's not too surprising. But regardless of that, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 3 momentarily. This is the countdown till the 3rd. And of course, thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below and subscribe if you are new as well. All right. Any snack or drink recommendations? I always recommend water. If you got a cold one's always nice. I don't drink on streams, though. That's not a good idea for me. It's not a good idea for me. Also, I'm not legal. For a snack, I don't know. It is tight, JP. I agree. I don't know. I don't know about a snack. I don't know what I'm feeling today. My stomach kind of hurts, to be honest. $153 likes here on the commentary. Thank you all very much. It is greatly appreciated as always. You guys have been phenomenal here with your support. Whew. Really nothing for me to do. We can just chill out more or less here for the next couple of minutes till the 3rd period begins. We'll do a goaltender check. Obviously, Scott Wedgwood has stopped all 16 shots that have come his way. He's had a good period here so far. Gummy Bears, this is a good pick. And then Carter Hart with a .950. 19 saves on 20 shots. Oh, man. The way the refs are calling this game needs to be a strong one, yeah. They didn't call any, it's weird how it works. They didn't call anything in the first period. 14. And now they've called 5 penalties in the second. Interesting how that works, right? I would say so. Oh, man. Play some OG Fortnite. What is the YouTube algorithm that decides on promoting your streams? Has it been on number of likes or chat activities? I think a little bit of both. I think it's mainly likes. Like when you like the commentary, more people will come in. I think it's a little bit of both, if we're being honest. So, yeah, that's really what it is. It's a little bit of both. If we are being blunt. But, got to keep going, regardless of that. I'll still commentate if there's no people in here. It's kind of how it was all last year. Last year, there was really nobody in the streams that much. Like, even during the regular season, we averaged, like, maybe 20 people a stream. This year, This year, the numbers have been better, but the playoffs really have been absolutely nuts in terms of the viewer counts. I can give you an average right now. Just give me a moment. Where's game one? Here we go. Average calculator. You can have a license at 16. Yeah, that's how it is everywhere in America if you live in America. Got my license at 17. Yeah, we've averaged nearly 300 people per stream in the playoffs this year, which is nuts. It's been great. Oh, man. All right, so still got a little bit here till the third. I'm going to go to the bathroom super quick. I'll be right back in just a moment. Oh, I just screwed this up. Let me fix this really quick. I'm playing it on my PS5, by the way. Alrighty, everyone, I have returned. Sorry about that. I used the bathroom. See you, Bon. Have a good night. Can fight for your country, but can't have beer. Yep. Who's my favorite team in hockey? I am a Philadelphia Flyers fan. But always try and keep an unbiased level here in the commentaries. Grilled cheese, a little bit of ketchup. Minus the ketchup. I love me some grilled cheese. Oh. I don't have a. I mean, like, as a Flyers fan, when he's playing my Flyers, I don't like him. But when he's not playing my Flyers, I respect him. Obviously, I'm not like the biggest fan of him in the world, but I'm not like a huge hater of him, to be honest. You as well? Nice. Albavera, that's sick. 2 Flyers guys in here. It's a pretty good run they went on this year. Happy to see them win a playoff round and do what they did, but they have a lot of work to do if they want to get back to that. They got work to do, that's for sure. So, hopefully they'll be able to do that. Remember when the Flyers were a new team? Wow. 50 years ago. Well, almost 60 years ago, actually. 60 years ago next year. Well, 2 years from now. 67, 68. I guess next year. I don't know. 60 seasons, 2 cups. Almost 100 years ago. Well, getting there. Ooh. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you were new. Again, we're going to be live tomorrow for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. That's tomorrow. We'll see how Game 2 does. How did the Ross Colton clip do? Oh, not bad. No unresponded comments. Says there's a comment on it. It's probably a bad one. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, guys, thank you all so much for 7,000 subscribers. All right. Oh, it was Duran that gave up the home run, dude? Oh, my God. Don't feel bad, Canucks fan. 55 years, no cups. Yeah. Sucks, huh? Never even got to see that cup. But best part about sports is it never ends. There's always the next season. Do I like the Nordiques jerseys? Yes. From Minnesota, Dad's favorite team is the Flyers. Nice. Delicious. Delicious water. How was my prom? It was good. It was good. I mean, like, that stuff's never really been my thing. To be honest. But, still had a good time. Man, what a move by Slavkovsky on that one goal. That was pretty nasty. All right, about 4.5 minutes to go till the third period. Look at it. 1.62 ERA for Sanchez. Good Lord. Is Carter Hart my favorite? He's all right. Does everyone here think the Blue Jays can make it back to the World Series? If the Blue Jays want to get back to the World Series, first off, their guys currently need to start performing. Vladdy needs to play better. Springer needs to improve. They need their guys to be healthy, too. They need their guys to get back to health, the Blue Jays. I know stuff about the Blue Jays because, like, they're one of my favorites in baseball after seeing them go on that run, and a lot of my friends are Blue Jays fans, too. Big Trey Savage fan here, too. He's from my home state. He went to school not too far from me. So I'm a Savage fan. All right. All right. Better chance than the Tigers? Yeah, the Tigers, man. Talk about Detroit. I mean, that team doesn't have Skubal right now. They're not hitting baseballs. I don't think Skubal's all of it. Like, you need to score runs. That's the big thing. Like, you need to score runs. I don't even think Skubal's the main underlying factor in why, you know, they're struggling. He's part of it. Yeah, him not being there is part of it. But I'll say this at the same time. You want to get runs, and they're not getting offense right now. Christopher Sanchez is filthy. Yeah, 37 consecutive innings, baby. 1.62. Give him the Cy Young. I'll be so upset. I will be so upset if the Phillies miss the playoffs this year and they don't give Sanchez the Cy Young because the Phillies didn't make the playoffs. I'll be so upset. So is Cam Schlittler. Yeah, he is good too. He's pretty good too. My boy is Savage, though. He's been cooking as well. He's been cooking it up. Trey Savage. He had a hell of an outing against the Jays. All right, third period coming up in a matter of moments. Reminder, the Avalanche are going to have 42 seconds of power play time. And that being said, we're actually ready to go in the third now. All righty, everyone. Let's get ready for the start of period number 3 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. Second period recap. There were no goals scored in that middle frame. There were some penalties. But Colorado is holding on to the 1-0 lead they had at the end of the first period. So we'll see if they can hold on here and get the win in a very crucial game 2. Taking a look at your stats, through 40 shots are 20-16 in favor of Colorado. Faceoffs are 54% in favor of the Avalanche. Power plays, Vegas 0 for 3 tonight. Colorado still 0 for 0. They yet to end their first one. Hits are 24-22 in favor of Colorado. Block shots are 17-12 in favor of the Avalanche as well. Period number 3 coming up here now in just a moment. It is going to be 42 seconds of power play time here for Colorado to start off this third period. For those who are wondering, Josh Manson is on the ice, or is on the bench, sorry, and we are ready. Third period here in Ball Arena of Game 2, and we are underway. Face-off is cleared back into the Golden Knights zone. Carter Hart will play this puck. Will give it up for Anderson and will dump it down the other way, and there you go. They're already running down time here on the Avalanche power play. Devon Tays gives it back to Nathan MacKinnon. MacKinnon will move it through center. He'll drop it back to Tays. It did not go the way he planned. Golden Knights will dump it the other way. 15 seconds to go on the Avalanche power play. One last chance for the Avalanche to get it back down the other way. Marty Natchez clears it down low into the Golden Knights end. On the right side, MacKinnon battling forward with Coughlin. In the corner, Hannafin. Chipped up top, then to Tays. Tays right side. Shot from Kadri. Goes wide. That'll do it for the power play. Here's McKinnon. Right circle. Just above the goal line. Up top, Tays. Pass over. Kulak a drive. And that one's denied there by Carter Hart. He'll cover up at 19:07. Carter Hart having himself another good performance here tonight. He's making the saves he's had to. Obviously, except for the one. But he's keeping this game a 1-0 score. Face-off coming up in the Golden Knights' end. It is Nelson versus William Karlsson. The face-off is a tie-up. It's won back, though, by Vegas. Korzak to Mitch Marner. Marner. He'll bring it into the Avalanche end. Shot on there is blocked by Wedgwood. Lehkonen battling for it now in the corner with Marner. Lehkonen off the boards. Brock Nelson trying to clear it to center. Shots 21-16. Kept in by McNabb. Braden McNabb below the goal line. He brings it in front. Saved there by Wedgwood. Nelson jabbing at it as he tried to get it away. But Wedgwood will decide to cover it up and get a face-off. Avalanche, 45 straight wins when leading after the second period, including the playoffs. The last time they lost after leading after 40 minutes of play was Game 7 of Round 1 against the Dallas Stars. We commentated that game. It was a performance from a familiar face in Avs faithful. Mikko Rantanen with a hat trick in that game. Coughlin up top to Theodore. Shot on goes well. One of the best performances I've seen in a Game 7. Eichel tried to play that puck down low. It's given back to center. Eichel ahead then for Barbashev. Broken up. Dylan Coughlin will dump it down low into the Avalanche end. Sam Malinsky in the Colorado zone. Devon Tays off the boards to Gabe Landeskog. Landeskog to McKinnon. He's got plenty of room. He'll take it around the D. Wrap around chance here. He'll bring it behind the net. Natchez a shot. Saved by Hart. Natchez gets it back. McKinnon top of the circle down low. Natchez another chance. And it's denied and a whistle blown dead at 18:02. We have something coming up here. It's another penalty. It's against the Golden Knights. Colorado power play yet again coming up. It is on Shea Theodore again, his second straight penalty. It's for hooking this time on Nathan McKinnon. And the Avalanche will get their second consecutive power play of the night. Shots are 23-17 in favor of the Avalanche. And they will get another power play coming up here now. Face off in the Vegas end. It's Dowd versus Landeskog. They will kick Dowd out. Coming in then is... no, it still is Dowd. Never mind. Face off is won back by Colorado. Here's Devon Tays. Back on the right side, Natchez. Marty Natchez. Right circle. Looking for options up top to Tays. Tays to Natchez. Pass over is broken up there. It didn't get on Kadri's stick. Here's Tays to Natchez. Top of the circle. Down low then to McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon behind the Vegas net. McKinnon to Natchez. Natchez up top. Tays to Kadri. Kadri waits on the left circle. Kadri to McKinnon. McKinnon to Kadri. Kadri just above the goal line. Stolen back by the Knights. They cleared the other way. Great clear by Vegas. They'll get fresh legs out there. But here they come again. Devon Tays. Chips it off the boards to Landeskog. Landeskog to Natchez. Natchez trying to get around the D. Now Coughlin battling for it in the corner. Kadri fighting for it alongside Howden. Hannafin gets it back for the Knights. He will dump it down the other way. At least he tries to. Landeskog. Right side, trying to get around the D. Broken up by Howden. Shorthanded, he'll clear it back to center. 50 seconds to go. McKinnon to Tays. Tays will dump it into the Vegas end. Hannafin fighting with Kadri. Eichel will backhand this one to center. It's Marner. One-on-one, shorthanded. Marner fires it. It's saved by Wedgwood. He'll play it behind the Avalanche net. Marty Natchez drops it back for Devon Toews. Toews ahead then for center. Stolen back by McNabb. He will get it ahead. Here's Marner again. He lost the puck. And the Avalanche will bring it back and regroup. 20 seconds to go. One last push for the Avalanche power play. Valeri Nichushkin to Lehkonen. Up top, Malinsky to Burns. Malinsky at the point for the Avs. Back to Burns. Burns to Malinsky. And that one is denied there by Hart. Power play will come to a close. Great kill by Vegas. Here they come the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Sissons along with Carlson. A shot. That one goes wide. And out of play at 15:54. 300 people here in the live commentary. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. Great kill by the Golden Knights. And they hold off these Avalanche just a little bit longer. All that talent. And I don't even think they had a shot on that power play. Little disappointing there if you're a Colorado fan. Face-off in the Av zone is won by the Avalanche. Burns off the boards to center. Kelly, cross-ice pass is blocked. And a whistle blown dead for an offsides, actually. And Parker Kelly is not a fan of that. You can definitely tell. He did not like that. Face-off coming up here now outside of the Vegas end. It is Hertl versus Drury. It's blown dead due to a face-off violation. We'll try that again. Thank you, Rock and Roller. Haven't had that many goals to call. So, just doing the best I can. Face-off again now in the neutral zone. It'll be Kelly versus Dowd. Face-off is won back by the Knights. Korzak ahead then for Saad. Saad across ice pass is chipped back into the Avalanche end. This will be an icing at 15:38. I keep being just a second off. It's a little annoying. Anyway. Let's go Avalanche. Love to hear that. Nice. Face-off in the Vegas end. Sissons versus Drury. Been highlighting it a lot here tonight. Cale Makar and Mark Stone still not in the lineup. Golden Knights trying to play it to center. Burns battling for it on the right side. Hertl to center. Saad will chip it down low. Sam Malinsky now back in the Avalanche end battling for it. Drury off the boards to O'Connor. O'Connor trying to clear. Vegas up top. Korzak. He'll dump it down low behind the net. Anderson back to Burns. Hertl was high-sticked, and that is a penalty. And a massive power play coming up for Vegas. Tomas Hertl was high-sticked. Is there blood is the question. It'll be Brent Burns. No, I did not, JP. I did not. High-sticking penalty here on Brent Burns. Doesn't look like there was blood. So it'll be just a 2-minute power play for Vegas, but this is big. We'll see if the Knights can tie. The face-off coming up here. In the Colorado zone. They only have one shot on 3 power plays tonight. We'll see if that stays the same. Hertl versus Nelson. Off the draw, one back by the Avalanche. Manson to Devon Toews. Devon Toews will dump this one all the way back into the Vegas end. Carter Hart gives it up then for Shea Theodore. Theodore through center. Pass back to Hertl. Hertl up top. Eichel waits. Will take it below the goal line. Jack Eichel up top to Theodore. Theodore to Eichel. Eichel down low to Marner. Marner up top to Eichel. 1:30 to go on the power play. Theodore to Eichel. Theodore back to Eichel. Just playing leapfrog with that puck. Eichel fires it. That one goes wide there at Wedgwood. Dorofeev gets it back in the corner. Pavel Dorofeev back to Hertl. Up top. Stolen back by the Avs. They will dump it the other way. running down the clock nearly halfway through the Vegas power play. Hannafin grabs it back. He'll play it to center. Dorofeev backhands it off the boards to Marner. Marner to Hurdle. Hurdle up top to Eichel. Eichel on the right side. Jack Eichel to Hannafin. Hannafin to Marner. Marner below the goal line, moves it in front, saved by Wedgwood, and grabbed back by O'Connor on the right side, trying to clear. Back for Malinsky, who will dump it down the other way, and now about 30 seconds to go on the power play. Hannafin in the Vegas end, they'll get that second unit out there. Hannafin to Barbashev, broken up by Colorado. They will dump it down the other way. 20 seconds to go on the Vegas man advantage. Noah Hannafin now with speed through center. He'll drop it back for William Karlsson. Karlsson to Barbashev. Cross-ice pass broken up by Kelly, who will dump it down the other way. That will pretty much do it for the Vegas power play. A phenomenal kill by the Avalanche. I think they only allowed one shot on that sequence. Theodore on the right side. Landeskog trying to clear this puck as well. On the right side, Barbashev up top. McNabb fires it through the traffic and wide. Wedgwood was taken out. It doesn't matter though. The Avs take it back to the way. Landeskog 3-on-2 pass to McKinnon is just a wide. McKinnon gets it back down low though. Natchez back down low, battling forward with Landeskog. McNabb and Barbashev trying to get it free as well. Barbashev off the boards. McNabb ahead then for Kolasar. He missed the pass, but the puck will go back into the Avalanche end. Brett Kulak here in the Av zone will clear it to center. With speed, Natchez broken up by Coughlin. Coughlin to Kolasar, who will try and clear it down the other way. Back in on Wedgwood. He will decide to cover it up at 12:19. I believe we will step aside. Shots are 23-20. A well-played game here by both sides. The Golden Knights are starting to make a bit of a push. They have the same amount of shots as they did in the second. Still a 1-0 lead for Colorado. Is this a hard-hitting game? Yes. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. We are on the road to 8,000 subs now. Just hit 7,000 today. Thank you all so much, but we'll keep on grinding. Hits in this game are 24-24. They're dead even, John. Hits are dead even at 24 apiece. All right. Got 350 people in here. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hit the like button and, of course, subscribe if you are new. All right. Do we want OT or just a straight win? Me personally want to get triple OT. What do we think? Do we think the Golden Knights will tie or will the Avalanche hold on to get the win? I don't know. 1-0 kind of scares me a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. Hell of a night tonight for Scott Wedgwood. He stopped all the shots that have come his way. He's had to make some big saves. Wedgwood is very good when I live stream him. You guys, some of you who are longtime listeners, you know I love to keep track of the stats. Scott Wedgwood playing in his 14th commentary night. He has a 929 in 13 previous Watch with Nordic streams. 929 save percentage. Icing here against the Avalanche. Now is when I expect Vegas to make the push. Face off. It's Wah versus Karlsson. Off the draw. It is blown dead due to a face-off violation. So we'll try that again. Face-off again now. One back by Colorado. Here's Brent Burns in the Avalanche end. He'll chip it off the boards to center. Back into the Vegas end. It slides in on Carter Hart. He'll decide to cover it up as Kadri came in there pretty quickly and rushed in on that puck to force Carter Hart to cover. Smart play there by Kadri. Get the face-off in the offensive zone. You love the finality of shootouts. Yeah, I like it. I like it in the regular season, but in the playoffs, it should always be continuous overtime. I know we're due for a long overtime game. We'll see if we're lucky enough to commentate it or if it's this game. Face off here in the Golden Knights end. Brock Nelson versus William Karlsson. The face off. It's going to be to the left of Hart. Off the draw. It's a tie up. One back by the Avalanche. Up top, Malinsky. Tays throws it down low behind the net then for Nelson. Nelson fighting with Hannafin. Back over then to McKinnon. Broken up by Vegas. They will chip it to center. Poke checked away. Good play by the Avalanche defense. Vegas gets it back. Still back by the Avalanche. Here's Tays into the zone with speed. Tays, a backhand save by Hart. It's in the crease and cleared away. Up top, Lehkonen waits. Right side then to McKinnon. Hannafin trying to poke check it away. Nathan McKinnon battling for it. Then Howden on the right side with Lehkonen. Puck is cleared back to center. Sam Malinsky now. Through center. Fires one on. Saved by Hart. He'll play that one away. '24th shot of the game for Colorado. Let's do another goaltender check here. Obviously, Scott Wedgwood has stopped all 20 shots that have come his way. While on the other side, Carter Hart has stopped 24 of 25. Here tonight, he has a .960. Good game from Hart so far. Thank you, Giles. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man, we hit 7,000 today. It's awesome. Yeah, we hit 5K in the Winter Olympics. That was like 2 months ago. Or 3 months ago. Here's Manson, a shot. That one is blocked. Braden McNabb on the right side trying to clear it to center. It does come out. So they blow the play dead at 11-14 for offsides. What do we think? Do we think Vegas is going to tie it? It seems like the Avalanche are starting to rack up the shots. They kind of run away with this one. Still a solid game by the Golden Knights, but it's been mostly Colorado. I don't think Vegas is playing bad, though. Face-off is won back by Vegas. Here's McNabb to Theodore. Thrown back to center. Jack Eichel, cross-ice pass. Backhanded down low into the Colorado zone. Devon Tays flips this puck all the way to center. Racing for it is O'Connor. Poke checked away by McNabb. O'Connor in the corner. Back to Drury. Drury, cross-ice pass. Up top, Vegas steals it back. It's a 3-on-2. Cross-ice. Eichel into the zone. He's got plenty of room. Moves in. Shoots it. He scores! We are tied! It's Jack Eichel! 10:45 to go in regulation. The Golden Knights have tied the hockey game. It's Jack Eichel with just his second goal of the postseason. They finally break through Wedgwood. It was a 3-on-2. Eichel had plenty of room, and he was able to tuck it on the right blocker side of Scott Wedgwood. The Golden Knights have broken through. We are tied here halfway through the third period. His second of the postseason. I believe that's his first since round 1 against the Mammoth. He hasn't scored in a hot minute, but he gets one tonight. Here's Natchez up top to Blackenberg. Blackenberg. Dello Nelson saved by Hart if that even got on. Puck will go all the way back to center. Here's Blackenberg. Off the boards to Nelson. Broken up then by Vegas. Off the boards, Blackenberg. To Burns trying to chip it the other way. Approaching the halfway mark of the third period. The Golden Knights have tied the game. Now it's anybody's from here. Colton Sissons Down low then for Blackenberg. Down low in the corner then. Colorado trying to clear. It's kept in by the Knights. Blackenberg off the boards to center. Lehkonen will backhand it the other way. Shea Theodore gets it back then for Vegas. Ahead is Tomas Hertl. Hertl a shot. It goes off of Wedgwood and wide. Avalanche will carry it ahead then through center. McKinnon into the zone. Nathan McKinnon down the right side. Pass over, and Lehkonen was right there. He couldn't get enough on it. 9.5 minutes to go. Kulak a shot. That one is blocked. Vegas trying to get it back. Sissons to Saad. It's a 1-on-2. Brandon Saad down the right side, fighting with Manson down low in the corner. Here's Landeskog in the Avalanche end. Played back to center. Nazem Kadri now with speed. It's a 3-on-2. Kadri into the zone. Fires it. And that one goes out of play. 9:12 remaining in regulation. The Avalanche have tied the hockey game. Or the Avalanche. The Golden Knights have tied the hockey game. Small brain here. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a like on the stream. We are at 390 people in here. Good to see you all in the wonderful commentary. Who's going to win? Who do we think? Will it be Vegas? Will it be Colorado? What do we think? Who's going to take this one tonight? I'm not going to say the word. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it because this game's not over yet. This game is not over yet. We will be live tomorrow for the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 2 between Carolina and Montreal. I mean, again, this is a big game. If Vegas goes back to Nevada up 2-0 in the series, I don't know. Things could get really interesting. But we'll see. Still plenty of time to play. This is not over yet. For those curious, that is Jack Eichel's 10th goal in a commentary. Just his 10th. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it, brother. Kind of crazy, he only has 10 in live streams. Doesn't score a lot when I commentate him. He racks up the assists. He has 36 assists in live streams. All right, back here in Colorado. A costly turnover here by the Golden Knights. And then, I mean, again, like, you give Eichel that much room, he's gonna wire it past Wedgwood. I don't know what Devon Toews was doing there. Should have went up on him and tried to force him. But, yeah, I don't know. I think he was kind of screening Wedgwood there, too, on that play. Face-off won by Vegas. They will dump it to center. Nate is on the right side. They're battling for it alongside Dorofeev. Dorofeev trying to backhand that one down low. Natchez to Nichushkin. Cross-ice pass broken up. Ivan Barbashev back down low for Anderson. Played ahead then for Dorofeev, who will try and backhand it down low now. Toews fighting on the right side. Devon Toews trying to dump to center. Broken up by Vegas. Eichel to Barbashev. And he scores! Ivan Barbashev from up top. And the Golden Knights come all the way back from down 1-0. It's now 2-1 with a blink of an eye. 8:38 to go here in regulation. I didn't even see that go in at first. Ivan Barbashev is fourth in the postseason. And it's that line again of Barbashev, Dorofeev, and Eichel that converts. Yet again, it's 2-1. Would you look at that? The Golden Knights have come all the way back from down 1-0. Not really that big of a lead. But anyway, 2-1 lead for Vegas against the almighty Avalanche here in Ball Arena. Knights will bring it back down low. What a phenomenal third period so far by the Knights. They have goals on back-to-back shots. Up top, Marner waits. Pass down low is tipped through the crease. Now Landeskog trying to play it to center. Here's Gabe Landeskog into the zone with speed. Pass up top, broken up by Vegas. Howden tried to go on a 1-0. He'll instead try to dump it to the west back by McKinnon. Here's McKinnon, loses the puck. What are we doing? Marner gives it back then for Howden. Howden will dump it down low into the Colorado zone. Now Kulak fighting with Rasmus Anderson on the right side. Cleared out the boards, it's Nazem Kadri. Kadri over then for Lehkonen. Lehkonen dumps it around behind the Vegas net. Kolasar ahead then for Dowd. 2-on-2 the other way. Nick Dowd will dump it into the Avalanche end. Manson fighting with Smith. On the right side, Colorado trying to get this one free. Manson fighting with Blackenberg. Nick Blackenberg down low in the corner. Nazem Kadri will steal it back then for the Avalanche. Korzak on the right side. Here's Sissons. Back for Vegas. Colton Sissons shoots it into the chest of Wedgwood. He'll make the save. We'll keep on playing, though. Coughlin fighting with Colton. 7 minutes to go in the third. Not a lot of time for the Avalanche to get back in this one. It's only a one-goal game, though. You never know. Offsides against the Golden Knights at 6:56. In the blink of an eye, it was a 1-0 lead for Colorado. And all of a sudden, the Barbashev, Dorofeev, and Eichel line, all with 2 points. It's 2-1 Vegas. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. Please subscribe if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Under 7 minutes to go in the third period. Not there yet, JP, but maybe. Face-off. Avalanche, they got to respond. Face-off won by Colorado. Tays on the right side to Malinsky, who will dump it down low. Down low in the corner, Marty Necas, who only has 1 goal in these playoffs. Up top, Tays is forced back to center. Devon Tays, right side to Malinsky. On the right side, Necas battling forward with McNabb. Broken up there. Necas is holding a glove to his face. I think we have something coming up here. Referee put his arm in the air. Power play coming up for Colorado, I think. I believe. Vegas up 2-1 here. Referees are discussing whether or not it is a stick play or not. There will not be a penalty on this call. $420 people here in the commentary. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Face-off coming up outside of the Vegas end. It is won back by the Knights. Theodore in the Golden Knights end. Golden Knights get it back now, trying to play this one through center. Puck slides back into the Vegas zone. Tays on the right side. Malinsky trying to chip it off the boards. Nathan McKinnon carries it through center. It's a 2-on-2. McKinnon into the zone. Landeskog trying to loop this one back around, fighting with Marner. Here's Marner now, moving it through center. Will bank it down low into the Colorado end. Malinsky, right side to Lehkonen. Lehkonen will dump it down low into the Golden Knights zone. Carter Hart trying to play this one away. He'll clear it back up top. Here's Smith fighting with Kulak. Kulak to Dowd. Dowd will take it around then behind the net. Wraparound chance! And that was denied there by Wedgwood. 5:40 left to go here in regulation. The Golden Knights still lead 2-1. Sorry, I'm trying to say it the right way. It's my accent that makes it sound like it's Vegas. I'm trying to say Vegas. Sorry that I say Vegas. If it bothers you that much, then you don't have to watch the stream. I apologize. I'm trying my best. But no matter the way I say it, it's wrong, so I just ignore it. So if you don't like it, then you don't have to be here. Here's Sissons now moving it through center, backhanding it down low. Jack Drury will clear it off the boards on the right side. 5 minutes to go. Here in regulation, it's a 2-1 lead for Vegas. They will dump it down low into the Golden Knights end. Rasmus Andersson on the right side then for Theodore. Shea Theodore in the Vegas zone. Saad will dump it down low into the Avalanche end. Malinsky to Manson. Josh Manson off the boards to Kadri. Kadri across ice pass. Colton will bank it off the boards behind the net. Less than 5 minutes to go. Golden Knights will chip it to center. Kadri trying to jump it back. It's been a well-played game here by the Golden Knights. Here's Manson. Back to Kadri, who will dump it down low. Hart to Rasmus Andersson, trying to clear it to center. Devon Tays regroups in the Colorado end. Burns back to Nichushkin. Nichushkin through center. Waugh trying to dump it down low. Here's Nelson. Behind the Vegas net. Brock Nelson up top. Tays to Burns. A shot. That one is blocked. Oh, man. Vegas. Colorado. What are we doing? Here's Nelson. Fires it. That one goes wide there of Hart. Here's Tays. Behind the net then for Nelson. Keep an eye out on Scott Wedgwood up top. Burns a drive. Saved by Hart. Theodore trying to play this one away. Marner will take it back to center. It's a one-on-one. Howden into the zone. Fires it. Saved there by Wedgwood on the right side. Avalanche will play it back to center. Marty Nate is now in the Golden Knights in the neutral zone. Malinsky. Right side. Dumps it down low into the Vegas end. And an icing. Ooh, they do not like that. I'm not sure that was an icing. 3:16 to go. Here in the third period, I think we may have a TV timeout unless it really is an icing. That's a controversial icing at that. All right. We will head to commercial break. Shots 27-24. It's a 2-1 lead for Vegas. It is what it is. I try and say it the right way. I've been getting that the entire postseason, and it is what it is. I'm trying to say it the right way. I'm not gonna. I'm trying. So. But if it really does drive you away, then just leave. You don't have to leave a comment calling me stupid or saying that it's driving you away. Just leave. Nothing's stopping you from watching the stream. I'm trying to say it the right way. But I think it's just my accent. I have the Philadelphia accent. I think that's kind of what's making it sound like I'm saying Vegas. So, sorry. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. It is what it is. I'm always trying to get better. I need to get better. That's the blunt of it. I need to start saying it the right way. I'll practice on it, but, Shots 27-24. Goaltender check here on the goalie stats. Carter Hart, 26 saves on 27 shots, 963. Scott Wedgwood, 22 saves on 24 shots, still a 917. I don't know about the best announcer in history. Yeah, it is what it is. Face-off won by Colorado. I'll just say the LV Golden Knights. Puck will slide back into the Vegas end. Hannafin off the boards. It goes out of play. They'll blow the play dead. Face-off will come in the Las Vegas end. 182 likes on the commentary. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. Yeah, I know, John. It is what it is. It's all good. I mean, those people who are bothered by it, I mean, like, I appreciate the criticism. But I just get a little, it's frustrating because I'm trying to fix it, but it's difficult to just zero in on that while I'm trying to commentate a full hockey game here. So we'll be live tomorrow for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We have 480 people in here. Hit that like button down below and subscribe if you're new. Face off in the Vegas end. Keep an eye out on Wedgwood. If the Avalanche get a chance, they'll pull them. Golden Knights will clear this one the other way off the draw. It'll slide into the Vegas or the Avalanche end. There'll be an icing. With 2:58 to go, we'll see if they decide to pull Wedgwood this time. And this one is just, it's inexcusable. You could argue in game 1, you know, they played well. They outplayed Vegas. You know, it is what it is. But this one, you blew a lead here. It's pretty unacceptable. And I know it was a 1-0 lead, but all of a sudden you went from, you know, this game being in control to now you're playing from behind. So, hell of a comeback by Vegas, though. I give them all the praise. Vegas. I give them all the praise in the world, though. What's up, Cole? How we doing? Face-off is won back by the Golden Knights. Rasmus Anderson trying to dump it off the board. Nature's fighting with Sissons. Brock Nelson battling forward on the right side. Nelson fighting with Anderson. Dorofeev down low. It's an empty net here. 6-on-5. Tays. Right side Natchez. What a play by Doughty. Forced it to center. Here's Devon Tays. In the Avalanche end, he'll dump it down low. It'll go around behind the Vegas net, and it's cleared back to center by the Knights. Avalanche will regroup in their own end. Devon Tays to Landeskog. Landeskog fires one wide there of Hart. Nelson in the corner. Great defense by the Golden Knights. They're not giving Colorado anything. Marner battling forward here. Now puck will slide back into the Avalanche end. It will be an icing, fortunately. But man, Colorado's got to pick it up. Icing here against Vegas. Vegas. Face off in the Golden Knights end. Nelson versus William Karlsson. Off the draw. It's a tie-up. One back by the Knights. Landeskog fighting with Natchez. Landeskog up top to Kadri. Kadri to Tays, who will chip it down low. Nelson to McNabb. Back to Kadri up top. Tays to McKinnon. McKinnon back down low for Natchez. His stick shatters. Oh my God, that's horrible luck. Theodore will steal it back. He will dump it down the other way. Here's Tays. Here's McKinnon getting around Marner. Will backhand this one down low. Into the Golden Knights end. McNabb will clear it. It'll trickle just wide of the empty net. No icing this time. 80 seconds to go here in regulation. Tays, chip back down low. Anderson trying to get it back and bank it to center. In the corner, McKinnon to Nelson. Saved by Hart. Rebounds there. Barbashev steals it back. He'll deke around Tays. He'll fire for the empty net. He hits it. 1:03 to go here. Ivan Barbashev hits it into the empty net. And the Golden Knights have come into Colorado. They have won both and have taken a 2-0 series lead, or at least they will. Oh my goodness. And guess what? It's that line again of Barbashev, Eichel, and Dorofeev that converts. And all of a sudden, it went from a 1-0 lead in favor of Colorado after 40 minutes of play and even 20 minutes of play. The Golden Knights have woken up here in the third period. Here's Colton now into the zone. Ross Colton, pass in front, broken up there by Carter Hart. Colasar will play it back to center. Brent Burns, right side. O'Connor will dump it down low. Not Newhook, my apologies. Golden Knights chip it back to center. Burns, right side. So now it looks like the Vegas Golden Knights are going to take a 3-0 series lead. Time winding down. Nichushkin a shot. Saved by Hart. Another phenomenal performance by Carter Hart. And the Avalanche. Shot from Lehkonen goes wide. Colorado, who after losing game 1 4-2, they blow a lead. And now they will head back to Denver down 2-0 in the series against the Golden Knights. Who could have predicted this? Final score, Vegas 3. Vegas 3. And the Avalanche 1. Oh, my Lord. Wow. Teams are 1-20 in conference finals and semifinals when losing the first 2 games at home. The only team to win after losing the first 2 at home was the Red Wings in 1945. The Golden Knights are in a very primal spot here. Wow. Final score, Vegas 3, Colorado 1. The Golden Knights are up to 3 consecutive goals in the third period. Carter Hart staying hot. Wow. What a phenomenal game by the Vegas Golden Knights to come back in this one. All right. That'll do it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you all for 7K tonight. It means the world to me. Thank you all so much. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. We are going to be back tomorrow for the Eastern Conference Finals. Carolina versus Montreal, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It should be a fun one. But anyway, that is it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next stream.